Bible ayana monsre Asante for Bible etre du eyimu du mienu wo se ababi bewu a ena eso Asante for Bible etre du eyimu eyedu mienu wo se ababi bewu a na eso. So it doesn't matter how old you are today, but it's not too late. It is never too late. The only thing is ubetena se na wonye bibia. Asante for Bible etire du eyimu du edunum. Ose ne wawuo na wasei. Nti wunya nwuya wonkwa. Sebio weni hu ade. Wonsa ye adwuma wona ye adwuma. Oh enkechi. Nah, it is never too late. It is never too late for you to start something new for yourself. It doesn't matter. So 55 years. So see, over to me land some deal be and within 1 year. Now fear now there's when to so person fear now. That's how we dream car no. Over to me akoto. Over to me walk to Silver Star Auto. No akwa yika no mono shen ebetumi afa. Keep pushing. Adamfu be say sometimes when you sit down and you want to threaten poverty, you walk to Silver Star Auto or CFAO Motors. No could be sakana bo. Your bob watch on a mouth invoice and we see poverty, I'm threatening you. Because I say me koyebi ko bisaka abo ka mono tia tie rubber kwa ko bisabi and so say me so metumi atobi na wa start ye ho adwuma e betumi afa anopai me da say so join me. This is my motivation message for you and I hope say e betumi aboa o ama ne ma e koso me bompaye say nyankopon ndomo na wo dae so no entu emere ma no pay baby a wo ko bia say adwuma papa na wo kwa akoye nkwade a nyame nka ho na won tonsu pangu so anopai so na topa to afia ho machi ebi a me test start to be 3 si ene ebe yire ato anti egusu kra eto e wo mea bi won kra anti sa wo drive ena wo ko adwuma anata baby a wo ko no adaroma ya na wahwe ye because visibility ni low kakranti driver for trotro drivers and yes at time we na wo kwa ko san wonu aho gidigidi say wo kofa passenger twika ni ye mumuntina nansen yese emra ne ba no nsa new law no parliament bosumi we hwie be enko na wie parliament ebe start atena se ye de samra ne kono mbobo hu no mugituma wo fine a obetua no obeka se 120 but the next month usa ekoye bone ni biom na yesa fine wa the next time no or license ya be confiscate untumi ntwika aboche duru be a speed limit kwani dempa oko Germany mo kwan be friend no autobahn anambwa bibisa kwan de dem ba speed limit no boa obedi so camera ninya capture pe obeba fie na ye de letter na beto na wo de mentua na hwa de ebeji 200 or 300 euro bi pa ma waso ayese na wo sa wo to Europe na wonim se ne adwuma ne ye den ne kwan a ya faso tua na se obi twi 300 euro ana 200 200 euro se de afiri ho a etise wo twi ohunu mu nwi it's a driver for amonya very careful and opo ya betena se nche de obon krata no musem ebebre wo na enu achi no ye de sports power sports e de abrew nti ebotela ne kotofusu fandi ono mo aye krado mo ye wo mapa we chiri ho a wo mbeba na wo maba be boa na agude mo nsem ne ekoso wonso watumi atibie na ne ensem ahodo aba wo newspaper front pages no Ahmed Swali yese ni case na ewo court no nipa ye born no kwadu no yese case no ye yidi afiri ho eno na ye ensem a ewo newspapers na anim na I don't know NDC for ye campaign mo ka say sa kunkum no to say Ahmed Swali de ni bi say no wo mo ba mo be hwehwem so what happened Attorney General discontinue case no Well, we will try to get more details of this matter. And we will boat there call a kobutu and a once and some. The baby say ye be wuraho. Na ya regulation at the regional minister any sa a hono MCU or DC. Womo eye. Sa wombeboa. Na subon to and nam because oya dan as ankrofo no womo ti nsuo mu. Nsuo atwa mo ho asia. Ti e hon na womo te. Nti woyɛ dan a boat ni deɛ wobɛtrem nti wo no boat no wokɔ school bɛtrem wokɔ sɛ eduru market day na wokɔ akɔdi dwa ma wɔn ntrɛn nkura se da no woti nkuro nketewa mu a nkuro kɛseɛ no ɔmo market day nti eduru saa na obiara badwa obiara bɛtɔ bankye ne nam ɛne ne ɛkeka ho owie a na wasan akɔ ne kura ase asan atwɛn market day fufuro na wasaba o sa won train krasia would say experience we unim nana jo akwachewa fundamentals number 2 atenase anope odi de obon krata no monsem e ba beboan and anope fundamentals 2 Piesie it is saying na me adome hoye enu ama hu enu ame bai uhu me na wo ba edwuma so ba newsroom wamba ho enu amamba newsroom ine me ho wo ba tambe me ba antem me ba ansana mo pon program na wo nim se so wo ba edwuma e se wo be register ade tira wa ma me registration na nse o ya suro NCBM mo uchinwi no so efe medase anope ense enkrata na ba mu nsem bebre mama ndi kan fast da ma hola sevia heba clinic anope wo se men kan cho se breast cancer awareness month no eye bosomi weyi enti yire wo ho oba bra na yenhwe onofomo emfa emma wo breast lamp aba ba shem asa na nse udware a do nsaka onofo na ho se dwowa bi aba ba shem se ko ye be ma waduru ama ho atọ stroke na ebo nka ya so ade ma on se popo ne ade enye good sign ko na yenhwe wo nso a stroke afi na eba won kai a oba bi achia ko ye be ma waduro diabetes yes say diabetes eye wo de a bibi twa wa kro na enwuda wo experience bi ko hola sevia herbal clinic kidney problems no waduro sisi yade tenase a wontumi nsore si agye yi mi ntumi nsore o mi sisi ye waduro ho wom se wa ye panyi de but ye waduro ho asthma koko epilepsy obi otwa ena menstrual disorders ne be ma wa emre ompem de no de nketenkete kra Dr. Wala Sevia Herbal Clinics anope wa bie na pono mu bagaya ewo assignment ye ne access bank ne din hwe animo iti wo de adaworo mafre no anope isisi a 057 665 6658 057 665 6658 o frɛ now no betwetwe nkomo na eye direction be ho no wo de ama Wala Sevia Herbal Clinic cause only God can heal you adwa mayenko enim
Piesie ye koya nim dia na ko wankrata no ne ensamo a edimo atenantwie memfa eye the Daily Post the ubokrata no enhye ase a good board opanyina oda no sami jamfi nimfonyi eda ha no mo se ya na chese
newspaper
Daily Post. Yes.
Okay.
Ehyiamudie bi akoso e Washington. Na sa ehyiamudie na say na African finance ministers wo mo applaud a gold board for model bi omudi ato akwan mu a chese ba beboa ama eba no gold ho nsenkan a bibia so etimi adeda na akwan mu a chese krata yi ebo emu amane na no pay na ye nyina nim se mampanyini pia akopie mu China ene ne mpota mu nso no emu nsem wo ha no se ya se oman China eba be back oman Ghana eba na dwade emu nsem a zero tariff no eno so emu nsem ewo enkrata yi mu ene anope na
enti eno ya President Xi Jinping
ana ni mu oduye papa
no emu nye dubi asa
emu nye dusa se de osi chinchem kan no what did you betimi atwo
Xi Jinping ona ya China mampanyi
yes
se America Trump so odana ni tibom paduam kakra osore ya si o me the tariff to China ne amaso but China ne dey say dey oye ne dan a ene the next world market
ultimate biti no
Baby o ma do ni de
omo far ahead.
Omo she da planning you.
Yes.
Planning pa no no mo ye nkakranka
Na ajibum.
and the world production hub. Yeah, sure say number 1 is
China any fever.
Because American company
open the enye papo bi grade ni nyina.
There be na say wo kwa wo kire wo say. Esi start yan nyina
anya pe.
E wa Asante for Bible mu. Eno ye 539. Asante for Bible 539. O say start yan nyina anya pe. Enti eno no say okọ China. Ebi a phone we na ope.
Ye be kire o say.
Ye wo phone ebi 1,000. Ye wo ne 800. Ye wo ne 500.
Ni nyina so the same phone now.
But ne wo mu no e different. Eti wo no ubotom.
E na be kire.
Hwe ubotom na to aze.
Na chese mu nsam e wa hanum se na energy ministry no so I inaugurate nedco board a wo mo ba be hwe na wo ma tackle some key challenges bia aseye no efa mu ntine sa board ye nei energy ministry no apa wo mo no a wo mo ewo under nedco no womo eba behwe na challenges ahoduo bi asoye ne fam no womo aboa ama enyama hode ho nsenkaye wo my Ghana mu so no bibia etimi adeda na kwai mu National Petroleum Authority for so award a womo wini ye
nyabotre award no ye beba ho nti dada na fe na energy ministry
board
womo set netco for board.
Yes.
So we call half for the northern region. Enye ECG ene mo nkane.
Nedco.
Nedco.
Omle yom se no ma bi no ma na sisi nhoma ne so no.
Da be nom kan.
Onti bi da.
Oh, mati bi da.
Oh.
Eno de se mati bi da ba mpese me chese bi anansen.
Okay, nye nansen. Nye nansen.
It is Nedco for board number. Picture no me hu ni ye. Ba me sure say variables ebe ka ho. Because Netco Netco ni VR it is 5 and 6. It's no I think say a bit me aboa. Okay. Mate. MPA for akwaje award.
Ai, eno so emunsem.
Na ne eduji ejuma eduji bo ho de. Wo mo nje award say wo beje.
Omarene Innovative Petroleum Regulatory Agency of the Year.
Bam.
2025. Na chese emunsem ewo enkrata imo ene
lawyer eduji kujo tamaklo ya ma congratulations obo adwuma MP oba ho onim se okọ aban adwuma bim ya ma odibia bi na okọ ho a adwuma fo na wo mo ho na nim se obi a first no de na o krokro de John kokwasa ba se panyi pa ba na se ototo ne ma ye e de new KPIs ba Emma departmental heads ni nyina KPIs. Obo say afi de obos bo adwuma say hey
ni agro biomo
ye medi agro biomo ntu oza adwuma fo na nkasa hu say panyin ya wa bai obo adwuma ntu ko MP a omo say eduji kujo tamaklo wonyini isa nanso no speed na wo kɔ no de ano ɔden nanse o say fuel smuggling ya bechi wusisi ya
o yeso a ye bechi
ya che wonso amara ne obedi yakoyanim
amemfa the Daily Graphic ko wakrata no ento aso na chese education ministry no ebo amane say de ekwan mu ada honom na cabinet nso agiatum eba no teachers for no omo tifia yenya posti wo mo ho nsenkan na chese 6200 teachers no posti ho nsenkan emu wa hanom say na afenso onse na nsen wo mo ye wo ye kyerɛkyerɛfo ni bi ye wo ye kyerɛ se won sika bi areas bi akekam no so no education ministry ni bo amane se cabinet no agiatum achese clearance no aba chese enche saa sika ni nyina no payment process no bibia ebe hwehwe so a wo mo ebetua obia esika ede amano a emunsem eda the Daily Graphic de obokrata ne mu ene anopay
akra wa ha ne de anka ne beji papa akra wa be kase public state Mahama Z pledged stronger Ghana China ties.
Yes. Mampenyo China itine obebande na chese wode enyema bebre na eno de ba bepi
nkrofo na omoti echi wona
omaka ho
omototo bo ba park no so Ombeka say mahama ko fa galamsey fo aba. Just say opposition e ya o. Woni hwe ye o.
No go say nkomo oni papa yi di nya galamsey ho nkomo. Enye gold tu ho nkomo.
We ye dwadie.
Eye dwadie.
Bagana
enye gold dwadie say omume tu gold wo Ghana ha so.
So wo kofuru play na wo ko China na wo say Ghana for ko China pa. Ko digwa wo China.
Yes.
The biana ye krane ma.
Ye wo data hudo bebre wo Ghana ha.
Bebre free China.
Ghana hey ene youth ni bebre online business ye omu ye sa pre-order. China no to di free de ba. So
ene moto ene hwan abobo ya ene
pragia bia be
entade
ene one bags ahudo bebre
boxer shorts ni singlet bebre abe nyina China
no mutu
material bebre ye pama ye de pam kaftan ne ade
bebre kente kula China omu kala be free China ba China for omu ye kente o me se ba ya akra no o ma be sia omu ye bi wo ho China for ye kente
no ne copy ni bia na se kente ayenwene te se bonwire de no
wo mu de banana toto ye de no ma me se hu difference this say bia wo som na be hu say bia ye de no on say de ya na mu yedu
pa
eno penny ade e wetimi de identify say we de nya Ghana de ni bia
handkerchief bebre isu okruma China ni free
no mu ye no ti no China no ga sa agro no mu di one just yes kokokro mu dua bi
yes say kra bank kra omu dua bi e gari ebe kakra China for boy export gari abakroma obe
package no kama
ebe ya wakono so
hu kra say China for gari
ube hu ono no ya ama na ye fa ya kono a Ghana de no
kama abeton e de amount what ya say
asemo
the China for there omono you from say if you can't beat them and you say
join them
why join them
okay
no see be there free on now so they be with
that's very important
yes
okay ma yanko yenim
emu nsem ma no no the Okrah no nearby ya emu nsem na Ghanaian Times the Okrah no memfa entwaso na okay yemfa the Chronicles the Okrah no entwaso na ba omiamfo nyi da hanom sei won se o mayo mo balloting na wie enti no enche krata ibo amane se obestati nationwide tour a chese the Chronicles the Okrah no ebo eye emu amane sanso na Brian Champon enso emfonyi eda ase hanom sei
ade se Chronicle for mo MPP for na
MPP for story nkwa na da ni mu hanom sei and I have so a doctor you were free years soon for you.
I say, Master, pay the nurses and stop the tobe. Minority. I said, I'm so doctor, you were free.
Okay, health committee or chairman.
On the ranking. That be chairman, the chairman,
ranking member.
Ranking no penya ono no di minority ni total ranking
health committee no eso
na nurse for ben akatua na aka
minim so mo koye demonstration ya
omo koye demonstration ni omo posti omo anda na akufo ado abreso na na mo
sum omo begu mu bebere
na mo mafa amanfo adwuma
manye payment plan bi anto ho
na omo behave to say ostriches ostrich asamba no de ti ahyamrem na ne tugu ho ofiri se wakata ne ho awie mo fa amanfo mo anye any budgetary allocation amfa ma omo afọ omo kuntan na aban ne bae no onye nhwehwemu hu se nurse fo ya mode omo bae eye papa eti no ye to yebo na ya ye nkrata ansa na ye to ya omo ka ewo mu se me say it is senseless madness say aban be for obi adwuma na inkratasem 3 months kra na yenya ntuanika it is madness it shouldn't happen at all so na me chiro no ba wo farm no wo ye o budget no wa nya bibia saa na wa ko hu nsuo no wa tifi
say ba na afọ
ba bebisa say na hwan na hu nsuo yi enya dambo minority for em say wo mu ni dwumadie bia di Doctor, you were free me bunipa me kai those days afag. Ye from mo twama ha ma echi sa. ne nim se mo ba mbetuma be bibi papa bi
na Ghanaian Times Okrah no eno so mu nsem ebi ene se saban no announce se yenua no Mozambique mu tu kwan kɔ Mecca no mu kɔ Hajj no ene saa sika no ho nsensem no fa no nyina no aban se wo mo atete so ebie mu a kyese no so emu nsem ɛwɔ enkrata nti no ye kɔ yanim ni de wo mo betu kwan akɔ Mecca no Hajj ne de afei no mo be dos papa because fee na wo mutua no aban atete eso na Vice President Professor General Opoku-Agyeman emfonyi eda ase hanom se wo krata feto so num wo Ghanaian Times wo krata ni mu a okopie mu wo Krachi West na omafo be kai akete Krachi honom potem mo wo Lake Volta no so no kodu ekomuntum ye enipa dunum eto anananom wo nsie do no na mampanyi abede chekopie mu honom a wode life jacket makobako 600 akwaya adoye ede ama wo mo efise emra saa arahusemi se senka yade se wo mo anu mo tikodo ni mu nyina no wo mo hye life jacket yi bia enka nya de senka se ni pedunum no wo mo ebehwere wo mo enkwa chese krata yi ebo emu amane
waya de
mampanyin so ekopie mu China eno so emu nsem ewo enkrata emu ene anope na National Service Authority for kane boss one ne deputy say enche yede omu ekwa kopie mu ewo court eno no Attorney General ena ede omu ekọ na te sika no 653 million Ghana cedi achese eno nso emu nsem ewo Ghanaian Times Okrah no mu ene anopa tinu Piesie enkrata bae no emu ensem ni nyina bi no me de besi wa hanom sei na watwa so
say the way you are told there so we need to as usual dada na
into the krakra
ne se me be chiri wo
matekasa
and say amount for send me messages say na say unu yamba uto wache mo wache enura say ayije elaje ne de nti na duru so
mate me na me twen wo chiri ho
emema no mo beta from anu so emfa Mera se na nadu akwachewa na odide obon krata do musem breye no live Power 97.9 FM TVXYZ atena se Dwaboase dwumadi su ne kojo fosu fund ya atena se awode agudie musem enso ede eba MTN semen ka che se enei momo no oye dan amonsa beka momo promo na omoye no eni se wode ane se download momo app no ewo wo phone so na transaction bia wo beye bia se wo transfer sika ede akọ bank wo to ade wo to alewa na se keleweli fatu aka. Now every day use 100 to 200 e-cash. Now ubetumanya brand new yellow base routers nibi and ubetumi cry winning up to 2,000 Ghana cedis. So wana MTN for send the amount. Say Momo app now we use no say ye chesika no wo se fata say ye che ubi it won so jodi na in fact the grand one no 100,000 MTN for the beche MTN for the only say wo mobile ya che from Space Phone to Ariba to MTN. Wamo Ghana chepa Gen Z phone womunim Space Phone Ariba. Munim. Na wo Piesie Okrah first time ko ne wie na yenya wo obe de hu Space Phone. Yes, that use MTN na omo friend Space Phone. Madam use phone in tempa. Ti no MTN say transactions no koso anaye na odi hane se obe download Momo app no and keep transacting and you too can say Mesaka. Ebra so say the Power Sports no enso edebra ewa ha adena tia to mu Eti kojo fosu fund atase ode agude mu nsem enso ede bro enano pay utini de gina so pa o kojo etsen
Piesie be fantastic be kama
sao
be kama
okay nice
so abo usi utini kama be fantastic
I want to make it
But you say and you sit down, come up. Piesie me ton catch it. It's on catch it.
What him and catch us saying? Yana what him and king.
It's on catch it.
What him and catch is I was say what him and catch it.
Piesie, I saw almost over 10 American see it. But also,
Mentia says, some new what you want to Minioka.
What I see.
Mentia, I have quite them, Mentia says I have quite, but Minua dream to minimum opposite to them. So I'm in tonka. Could you for so fundy? So what to catch it? I maintain one kind of. I went to call production rules. I don't know about obviously I cry for two. Mate, then I was.
Piesie Okrah to be a quano sem rasu sagresia boapwaro se power morning sports. Yes, shed the intimi and found somewhere out to us to media suggest a power 97.9 affair of TV XYZ. And Nuguswa Ocean Kama and Samuel Edoso Pneumonia Dika Neritie and I ever can't amount to wait to me at Tibia Nano Yaburu or the Ghana Football Association and a ministry for a year education and Okoko Piemo and so and after the Black Stars of Ghana or my catchinina ye corner Hakudin Kama and so El Hodevia Perez a common on it near Koshe Calf. A qualification and drata and I will be at me ban a Europe there. Omuguswa boys have 4 matches and I'll be more at me boy 17 a quick results in and so Emma. I was shown this Shannon so said Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch justice a butcher I am boy and I've ever wanted to maple boy to them say produce says the Yamatina say na and nano permanent some Abramadine. I'm showing the prince himself F to the A. And DY Fanti, my mission, son, I say, not meant for Madame Shah from the Black Stars of Ghana, Akach and Drata, and I say, Okopia after say, the Black Stars of Ghana, a secure qualification on Monday, a chick, Comoros, Bomber Kabako, Kain Ketes, Mohamed Kudus, a team say, I said, Ghana qualification in the say 2026 FIFA World Cup, Ghana, ye call Nyakopia, El Mexico. Canada and after US and I said Ghana we and after and Drata led by technical team led by coach Otuado Omina team Kopiemu and so Osu Children's Home and some coin and some cocoya toye edema and crana or more honomono Nina and so much bring back the love no Ghana for Cheresam per qualification we come bring back the love no dia ba support a course no muchema na do twem kama and so ewo honoma and Drata omutomu kopio no say bring back the love na ba amanya support say dia so muchema giving back to the society no person yen kama and Dra Black Stars of Ghana etimi kopiemu and say technical team no etimi kopiemu Osu Children's Home na so koye and omutimi koye atoye kama and amukema cash money and I say sika and omukoya omukwe donation afi no kakra and so mutimi edema nkra no men nkra no edin komo kama okosha hu say coach Otuado refresh Shakfa and afi kopiema ade she John Painting munyina Desmond of munyina boy coin munyina technical munyina omukwe share no boy ema bibia etimi ekon kamuche mo say de ba ko so say ma de ba kuntia ema mo sa kwa ni nyina ne say omuchema nyakopo abo mo matima for true etimi awini I say qualification we secure dia na say so mo hwe na omo so mutie bibi edede nyakopo asa nti ara mo ko yes ado ye no ede ma chore so ni nyina ne so mutusu omo ni bi no less omo ni bi no na so mo so ma hwe no abo mo kama bibia etimi akonkan eti amo na afi so muchema mo hu say Osu Children's Home hono no esen kran na ewo hono awurade ba no football obani je ho Blasters bo game a obi at TV ho ehwe Blasters game obi apeso bobo to mo hwe ni se dachi bi no ade se ban Mohamed Kudus ban de are you Jordan are you Stephen Appias Asamoah mo a ye beti nya sankofo ni bi enso dey free Osu Children's Home Central the Black Stars of Ghana technical team led by coach Otuado etimi ko ekopiemu Osu Children's Home mo ko ekobo ma bibia enso etimi ekonkan ema ono so ekoye ete ema omutie no eho ensem enso eno na after say technical team no Osu Children's Home de na se ekono ana kopiem dia na se captain at the Black Stars of Ghana Jordan Ayew ono so and draw ono so the same kakra ebe tu dwa ni nyina the clatter tin and a buyer ukopima ni nyina aseda no ono so ede Ghana for nyina se Ghana for Dwaboase se Ghana for true support no edema edumre bi na nkenyoma enkoye enfama the blasters of Ghana and now when you say na Ghana for dwa Ghana for buefu but still na Ghana for nyagidi omu e the support ne etam wa say last match a Ghana boy Comoros match ne de na du twem stadium ye ma e mo manka so mo stadium no mani age na mo ko Kiverde no omko yo mo ne omko Central African Republic ko bo Morocco no omko dru ho no de mo park ne no bi ani no mo ra ho and some be fie no Ghana for chere sam support no e wo ho no ye pa enti ade so da Ghana for nyina ana afi ne technical team no coach Otuado and ne nkrofo mo amaka no ne backroom staff no also do ma so mo boy guide omo nyom ho to wase no mo ye adwuma kama e ma yeso betimi qualify ana afi Ghana Football Association odom nyina so as ana afi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ana afi sports minister Kofi Idi Adams odom nyina say so nyina true support e the boy at the Blasters of Ghana see the qualification no yetime secure ye nyina ye kwakopie mu enso ewo United States of America Canada and afi Mexico na bibia etimi akonkan enso enti no sema captain for the Black Stars of Ghana Jordan Ayew e the true job ye dibi enso enti amount enso ehontie fro no na yenkopie ma elsem fro ma na ye call akopie the Ministry of Education enso akachi onim se nipo ta no minister oda no hwe bibia ma bidia tanko honorable Haruna Idrisu ono endrata etimi ko hia the Ghana Football Association president papa ne din etiquette Piesie Okrah emomudi nkomo ni nyina nkomo mko die no ni nyina ene se sia ne de ombeso mo hwe na omutimi edi inter school esanso ebabiem obeka okumase a yan ye ko school okumase ne ye friend Milo Games ye kwa na de ye dimu akoti ma bobo sa kama gidin okumase ne de abetena ase ne di omo chem se address ombeso mo hwe na Ghana Football Association and a Ministry of Education omeka bom na omonyina collabo na be ya omode inter school no asanso ababie na bibia etimi akonka ni nyina UDS a omutimi ekoya university omokoya omutimi ekoje physio university world cup etimi de ba Ghana no eno no mo hwe say ade se ko back na se ye ma ye football na se started from ye SHS ni ye GHS ni primary na ebeboa ama ya catch omo young na bibia etimi akonka se ne be ya Blasters crampon boys ebenye omo no omso metimi free o man Ghana na bibia etimi akonkan ede amomunti ase no ana esa okopie ma minister ma minister for education panedin Haruna Idrisu ekasa kakra found change so we opportunity way na ode abo ket Piesie Okrah na pon for abaso nyoma ye aboma Ghana yetimi qualify na face o chemo se discipline na omde a share Ghana football na se Blasters team no se koso aye sade a na so mun kan hu se the impossible no ebetime aye possible nyoma yesusu kra se ebetime si no ebetime si nyina ne se one shot the Blasters of Ghana betime akọ na ya police surprises World Cup 2026.
Opportunity to commend President of GFA for the leadership he's providing and urge him on that with discipline, the impossible can be possible and Ghana would be there and the US, Mexico and Canada. We expect that they will come as gallant men when we participate in the FIFA World Cup. So be assured that he's a most celebrated person now with Coach.
Etiano sema honorable Haruna Idrisu editu jowiano as a ket Piesie Okrah as GNO chemiso no enyo de so no kwa fa credit nyina edi ato no esan se banu ye football mo Blasters qualification ya ade se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enso bon humodin ye pesan se ba no ade se banu ye football mu se kwa anya Blasters nkwa ade se obon bibia etimi koso o se constantly no ade se visited the Black Stars of Ghana wo mo camp no no mutin komo ne ade ana even kwakotoko qualifier or kwakobok Africa no o donate ska kra edemamo ana afa ba no bibia ni Go Stars and also donate edemamo UDS for so call yam ko wini ba no and also donate ska de bom eboa ma bibia timi konka o release ska no kama ma Blasters ye budget bibia timi konka no hia bia no omonsa etimi ekanto chema o say eyerua His Excellent John Dramani Mahama a player award the Blasters achievement team no o say ade say edu twem ye panti ade say credit no on kwa enfa ade say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebon humodin yi.
I'm very happy to be here. I think that we'll work together and make sure that we all follow the agenda of the president of our country, who set out to reset all facets of the Ghanaian of our country, including football. And I think that the recent happenings, his personal commitment, his personal visitation to the team, is clearly having a manifestation on the football ecosystem. The GPL, I have said, is the best so far. The Black Stars are back in the Mundial where we belong to. And a lot more can be said. Coach football is being played. I remember when I took office in 2019, in the Volta region especially, coach football was being played in Only Ho. Today we have 22 districts in that region playing coach football. That's a testament of the investment we are doing to the youth of our country. So.
Yes, so Kuku and Kariatino, we are not Sasukasakra at the Fama football who no chips or say Emra of Azumi Office 2019. They say I did about Kwana and Akuma so between me a ma football. Neno, with Timia Bonhumodi, I am. I said a band Black Queens, a band national team more. A man be Brena, Esiakai, Almonone, they say a good at the man as opportunity no about at the ma football. They say my football a day and Akuma so because no any ye.
Female football is very high on my agenda. Yes, we since I took office in 2019, I made a big commitment to offer a lot more opportunities to women. At the last Congress of the Football Association, we created one political opening for women. A woman will be the vice president of the FA going to the next elections. We've offered a good number of opportunities to women in the governance infrastructure of the Football Association. And now 90% of the Black Wing players play abroad. What does that tell you? Opportunities and visibility offered by the FA is offering them hope, giving them livelihood, and giving
80 Sabaket, yes, a Kuku at me, a minister, Edema Education, Honorable. Idrisu editu dwa bia etimi ekonkai kama enso ewo honoma yede ama no na yemfiro ne ekopie ewo sefu from na ekom no ne asori so teudia okwa ndrata ade se CAF World Cup qualifiers no and also etimi ekosendra na last round no etimi ebai okopie na results ne say and etimi ekopie mu DR Congo etimi tinefie etikwesi apia Sudan ebome kabako a omantimi ante Senegal etimi Mauritania ebome kanan emomo enso entimi ensim adabaka Nigeria etinefie Benin bone kanan emomo so entimi ante South Africa etinefie etimi Rwanda ebode kamiensa ono so entimi ante Morocco etinefie Congo bone kabako emono so entimi ante South tinefie ema Gambia chene bone kam enso emono so entimi ante Gabon Burundi bone kamienu a wentimi ante Algeria Uganda bone kamienu emono so ba kope Guinea ene Botswana eno so ekoye 22 enso hono ana fe Somalia tinefie ema Mozambique cheno bone kabako a wentimi ante na okopiemu South Africa group ni ma na ade se group ni emu aye tin ye pa e wo hodo ma na South Africa for ehia win and some qualify Benin hia draw and for Nigeria so de no so hia win and more goals a obetimi a qualify sendra as okopia Nigeria Benin bona kana wentimi and winning bias wentimi a be qualify no and so South Africa for so far home and I'm Rwanda for a bomb Caribbean Sam and South Africa to topic group no with 18 points. They say South Africa a team a qualifier no and so Kopiemo South Africa for head coach Panity at the Hugo Bruce or not in second crown and about 2 jar so say Emra South Africa obekaya yet your points is some use unqualified player na player no board game no so to for boy no ade se player no enya yellow cards bebra na nke se sankobo sa match so mo ne boy Emma South Africa we knew CAF and FIFA etimi your point 3 points and a 3 goals and if your points na can win 6 South Africa etimi qualify so chema boys no and I say South Africa boys no enya ade se won believe in ekofor no storm go so GDA eno and a boy no Hugo Bruce and South Africa for ejina so matimi a qualify to ade se ni agye South Africa omkɔ so akrom gidie mu a he said after some hosty 2010 World Cup participate here no after no afe and so Kobe na 15 years and 16 years afe and mabeko World Cup bima ye de ho sem no enso ede emantien for resource ekɔ so UEFA enso ede no enso emfa mount Andra say anything ekɔ Spain etimi et Bulgaria ebome kanan ema won so entimi anti Turkey et Georgia ebode kanan mo no so etimi bako Ireland etine fieti Armenia boneka bako a ono so entimi anti sanso anakopiemia Portugal etine fie echi Hungary eno omo ebo 2-2 enso eho Estonia ene Moldova eno so ekoye 1-1 Italy etimi chi Israel boneka miensa ono so entimi anti Andorra etine fie Serbia chene boneka miensa ema no etimi ba ko penafe Latvia etine fie ema England eche no ebon ekapole enum ema no so entimi ensim adabraka neno gamer Portugal and Hungary about 2-2 no Cristiano Ronaldo de Santos Alvaro ono and about 2 goals no and the ball draw and so no and say okopie they said Cristiano Ronaldo abakwasema waye and say sia de eba no wiase nyina Messi fonda Messi for yedin Messi fans obi anye din eba no wiase nyina Cristiano Ronaldo de Santos Alvaro ono and nipa wait eba no World Cup qualifier say goals wow, both goals, 41 goals. And wait to me about 50 matches. And it's 41 goals. Qualification in 50 matches. And I say 41 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo de Santos Alvaro. Bien wait to me be done. Nipa na kono etimi even Carlos Luis or no and I wait to me be say Cristiano Ronaldo about 41 goals. Edia we say abakwasema wasanso aye edia Canada ho enso eno no aye de ho nsem no. Na after say World Cup qualifiers ne called Brazil there wetimi qualify and draw ono so ebo yakufa case on Japan and ebo ma Japan chine bo na kamiensa e Brazil etumie no and a head coach at the Brazil Carlo Ancelotti ono kasa akra chem say match on no very disappointed El Brazil team listen say a team like Brazil there that can also come to win game na Sandra I went to go spending 15 minutes any players in Ekasaya next time no more game on my boni coach Carlo Ancelotti chema ball boy energy nani anche ho crampo and so ho ntina we so nessa good we say bobo no say Power Morning Sports yemfa ni nyina ensi na joba so dwumedie no and twaso and for my once again Roshan so say Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch Justice Botela the boy and afebon din e the maple bo machidom say producers na me ametena say nam den 7 ebromedin so in the praise himself F to the A and TY fandi ye twa ho ye ba pe joba so dwumedie no e twaso
If I shop, I'm going to shut your bag.
Brother, and not to him.
Not only about Michelle and see about Queen, why me and say,
Bra, said your time about Misha, as your Jimmy fearful, and not the about ever so.
Really, don't this offending now.
Bra, so make us a the time about Misha Huadansia, reassigning now a better maker, and to some malaria, what run it time about Misha.
And you go, dear, no more to want to meet any deal. What run the time about Misha? A drink and your mark or bar waffle through. The one mark for down for any aquada when you fear to me, and some of the time about Mr. Draybino. She's a walk hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be at Ziba, a woman, ever slap. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do an FDA Aji a Jadian Cratway at all.
Bravo, a jumada. Ebwa eyam eduane ebwa eyi insa free ni peduan na ebwa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso woni se niema a yedi na yenom timi ma brebo ye edumaden sen pote
me hunda me brebo ye eduma pa e bia se me ntumi ye bibi bo me brebo
ani and nothing about the left here from the Moses Clinic we have our center about herbal food supplement. What's it? Pa de barberpo. Ama ye jumayi.
Na, ye juma.
Fatopa yenu, anopani and na eboama obrebo ye jumayi. Sani ebeya, ebetimi anyam aduane awodi. Esiesi ni peduane mu eyi mu kinsi.
Eno na me brebo kia pa.
Ubenya Live Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets are ebeo. Sa wope dodo so to a 0244 06 8447. Live Kid, wawo brebo, wawo nipedia. Edro yi enye ma apemfo, ma ema omomanofo, ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie. FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum.
Na ede na aya obayi a, oda forma so ne yafunu mu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also yare ya titi me ben fie pi nanso ne yam nyono da. Se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a, ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se, what ulcer tamfo Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, yanum bom kutia ulcer no bia mano anum. Anka ne ho ato no dadaada. Ulcer dro die, eno ani Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture.
Ankom ni nchiremu.
Ulcer ye kura, eto yefunu ene ensunu mu. Etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa. Wogire ho a enyi. Ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko, ebra wedidi ewie. So how eye ulcer dia, kope Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture. Nanum bom na ho ebeto.
Pedudu etu a, ko okanshi drug lane, Kumasi Dani Herbal, Takradi AA Mensa, Anafre 020-3822-855. Apefo, abatanya wama won mofra no fo, ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho. Hexa capsules, ene ne mixture.
Ulcer tamfo, edie age edwadie nkrato yi atom.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Minutes after 7, Bushafo Yasama Makwaba Biom Dimoba Dwaboase Jumedie so our Power 97.9 and a live on TV XYZ. Yasaya live our Facebook. Sheshe Power 979 FM. Power 979 FM. ɛna tvxyz wohwehwɛ yɛn a wobɛhu yɛn ɛhɔ ɛna wobɛtumi de wadwenkyerɛ no aba ɛfiri sɛ aha no yɛtena ha a nyɛ yɛn nko ara na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkasa yɛpɛ sɛ mo nso a mowɔ fie no mokyerɛ mo adwene wɔ nsɛm ahodoɔ a ɛda pono so no ɛti anɔpɛ yi nkɔmmɔdidie no ɛho nsɛnsɛm no bi ɛno no mmerɛ bɛ mu a yɛbɛkɔ oti region ɛno a vice president professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman ɛkɔpie mu ɛwɔ hɔ amanfoɔ a na wɔn kɔ baabi subonto a na wɔn team boat mekyerɛ boat a na carry wɔn to the other side no boat no butu yɛ so far wɔnsom nipa 16 nipa 16 atumi afam ahwere wɔn nkwa ɛyɛ disaster a ɛhia national attention and that is why we have to talk about that yɛbɛka ho asɛm why not vice president koduru hɔ the life jacket kɔ yɛaka ho asɛm dada ɛne nneɛma ahodoɔ a ɔde akɔ akɔma abusuafoɔ no subonto deɛ esi a ɛyɛ disaster kaa akwanhyia nso tumi si na nipa 16 abom awu nipa 12 nipa 15 ɛno a yɛka accident ho asɛm road crashes ɛnɛ yɛbɛka subonto ho asɛm ɛyɛ boat wɔn a travel ɛfa nsuo so the safety of our waters ɛwɔ Ghana ha sɛ ɛho nsɛm egyina sɛn eti fa wadwenkyerɛ bra yɛbɛkenkan ne nyinaa ɛnso ɛde ama wo health alert clinic ɛsɛ menka kyerɛ sɛ anɔpɛ yadeɛ bi ɛtete wo bi abra cholesterol kɔ soro woda wobɛsɛ na wontumi nda ɛno buroni frɛ no insomnia ɛna obi wɔ hɔ a ɔsɔre a ne honam yɛ no basabasa obi nso wɔ hɔ a woda sɔre a sɛ wakotu galamsey ne honam nyinaa ɛyɛ ne ya ne nyinaa ɔba hɔ yɛbɛtumi aboa wo ɛyɛ hypertension diabetes ɛtete wɔ typhoid fever malaria bra sisi yadeɛ sciatica wo na sentini no tumi twɛ wo na wontumi ntu nan ana sɛ kyekyew rɔfrɔf ɛno no kyerɛ sɛ mogya ne ndi afurusa no yie ɛwɔ wo wedie mu ɛno nso wobɛtumi aba na yɛama wɔ aduru ama mogya no adi afurusa no yie ɔlsa no ɛtete wɔ abra na ɔlsa deɛ yɛagye ho awɔ doda health alert clinic ɛwɔ madina yɛne madina post office ɛne di nhwɛani mu yɛwɔ asɔre no bi wɔ poku ase yɛwɔ bi nso wɔ kasoa yɛwɔ bi wɔ ashaiman yɛwɔ bi nso wɔ takrade anɔpɛ takradefoɔ yɛkyia mo anagye efie kuma pipe ano kojo kurom esikado yɛkyia mo nyinaa ba number ne nie yɛmfrɛ health alert for 0242518893 0242518893 wofra ɛyɛ mpanyinfoɔ ne wobɛtwetwe nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ health alert mese nante kɔ hɔ anaforo kaa kɔ madina ha ya yɛne post office ɛne di nhwɛ animu maame nkɔ na yɛnkɔdi nkɔmmɔ saa boat disaster wei ɛne adeade galamsey sɛ yɛate sɛ nsuo no ɛne ite but maame nkyerɛ wo mu yie sɛ wotwam ɛwɔ nsuo a ɛtena bi atwam wɔ pra ho anaa nkɔbra ho ne ade a ɛni ne deɛ nsesaeɛ ba yɛde water stability level no ɛna kyerɛ sɛ nsuo no ɛyɛ papa first no nsuo wode wo nsa bɛtumi anum sɛ wobɛwo sɛ wohwie a wobɛwo sɛ atɛkyɛ nketenkete bi ayɛ wo nsa ho ɛno kyerɛ sɛ water stability levels no ɛwɔ soro ba sɛ sɛsi a wokɔ na wode wo nsa num na wo sa na wohwie na wanhu sɛ atɛkyɛ nketenkete ayɛ wo nsa ho a it means that the water is getting better nti yɛka sɛ getting better no ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛba bɛyɛ white korɔgyen te sɛ ex natural mineral water no but yɛfa na yɛde gu afidie mu a yɛtumi hu sɛ aforɔ level na ɛwɔ mu no ɛna ɛba fam ɛno no kyerɛ sɛ aban no ɛyɛ progress so monhyɛ no nso ɛmfa ɛma yɛn Albert Derrick Fiatui ɛyɛ executive director Edema Center for International Maritime Affairs Ghana yɛtwa ne ti afrɛ ne CIMAG. Albert, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Makachiro says you know.
I'm on it.
Why natural?
A lot of people. I mean, these days I try to speak one by one.
I had to try to speak.
I'm sure the next time I come full time.
Ever. So how's CIMAG doing?
CIMAG is doing very well. The researchers and our fellows are all up in arms and working very hard to ensure that our agenda to put the blue economy on the international map goes on.
Okay, yeah. So kind of tilt the mic to the top. Yeah, Good. I think I think that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is your latest research and what is it about?
We've been doing it so much, but now the concern is on the recent boat disaster, and we just putting a team together to hit the communities to start a new research, because we believe that there's a lot more that needs to be done to conscientize the people. We need to understand their state of mind, because it's becoming obvious that there is something amiss. Because when you give them the life jackets, mostly they take it as souvenirs and they don't use them. And it's one of the key issues and concerns that we have with regards to this disaster. So we'll be coming up with a lot of information to help tackle this challenge that we have at hand now.
Has there been a time that you've done your research and advised a government on it, and then they've worked on it?
Severally. Every research that outcome that we get, we present it to government, we present it to agencies that are responsible for whatever information that we seek, and then they work with them. You know, one of the key issues that we've been advocating about is the issue of the rock sea defense erections on our beaches to protect the coast.
Yeah.
And we have worked with some international organizations, and it has come out clear that the rock sea defense protection is supposed to be a temporary measure.
Really?
Yeah, when devastation occurs. But in our part of the world, we think that is the solution, the actual solution, and we end up destroying the marine environment, biodiversity, and the protection doesn't even become permanent. You realize that after some time, the destruction spreads around the same area. So it's one of the key issues that we've worked on, we are still working on, and we are looking at working closely with government to make sure that we find lasting solution to the issue of coastal destruction.
So what is the lasting solution? In the long term, what should governments be planning for?
There are some green technologies now that some countries have adopted, especially in Taiwan. There's one called green shore technology, and they use that to kind of control the tidal wave destruction, and also are able to generate power.
But that is natural. So how do you control it? Apart from erecting sea defense walls, or how do you people call it? Sea defense
wall construction. Yes. So the rock is where you put marbles around to protect the devastation, or to prevent the devastation. This one is just a green technology, and it is fused with nature-based solutions. That is the plantation of mangroves and other stuffs, and those are more permanent and
along the coast.
Along the coast,
like
sometimes,
like you see Kube around our coast.
Exactly. So
okay,
it's one of them. Sometimes when you look at it on the surface, you think that this is just a minor something, but mangrove protection is one of the key natural-based solutions, and it works. I mean, at places that they take it seriously, and we are working with the Forestry Commission.
Okay.
You know, at all the various places, the beaches, they have offices, especially the one at Kitar now. We are working closely with them to make sure that we get international sponsors to get us into planting of more mangroves. The IUCN, that is the International Conservation of Nature, are ready to partner with any country and others to ensure that those actions are taken. So those are some of the key things that have been done.
I see. Yeah, some more. And I said, I see. So, what discussion has gone on between CIMAG and this current government about the destruction that the sea causes along our coast?
You know, recently when the destruction occurred at where the protection is currently ongoing, we wrote to the Ministry of Works and Housing about our findings, and so they got us involved in some of the discussions that led to the action that is being taken now to protect the coast. So we all now understand that, yes, this is just a temporary measure. And so in the long term, we are all going to sit around the table and discuss how we can find a lasting solution to the challenge. Sometimes we think that some of these things are supposed to be done by only government, but government needs all stakeholders, NGOs, international donors, partners, researchers like us to come around the table and find the actual solution that is needed. And so that is what we have done so far.
I see. So let's come to this boat disaster in the OT region.
Yeah.
16 people have lost their lives. Some are parents, somebody's father, somebody's mother, and it looks like we don't take safety precautions seriously when traveling on our water bodies.
Thank you very much, my brother. Let me use this opportunity to once again extend our sincere condolences to the bereaved families and the people in those areas. We cannot imagine the pain and the distress that they are currently going through. Yesterday, I was on a show somewhere and I mentioned that this is just like the 6th August catastrophe that we experienced, where senior officers of this government lost their lives.
Yeah.
We have come to this same situation now, and the whole nation is mourning. Yesterday, the vice president was there. The president has issued a statement, and it's so painful because we feel that this is needless, avoidable, and preventable. So we don't want to continue lamenting. There is the need for us to take action to prevent some of these disasters. What we have concluded on is that this came purely out of indiscipline on the part of our operators. And
the
also,
boat operators.
Yes. Largely when you go to these communities, there are supposed to be passenger protection protocols, but most of the times they are ignored.
Which agency regulates the operations of those boats?
The Ghana Maritime Authority has a department called the Inland Water Department. They are supposed to be on the ground to make sure that enforcement is carried out. I think they try their best, but it's not enough.
But often you go to this, you go to the banks of these large water bodies, and then you won't find any officer doing coming to regulate how these boat operators go about their businesses.
And that is a challenge we have. So
why should we have that challenge? Because there is a department like that, and we know the water bodies in Ghana that people use to travel.
In fact, one of the key advocacies that we are carrying out is to ensure that we make good use of our inland waterways, because our roads are congested. Mm-hmm. And so when we make good use of the waterways, most of the people on the roads will move to the water bodies. Our cargoes can be transported through the inland waterways and then make the city safe for all of us. And so if out of negligence we are experiencing some of these things, it means that the work we are doing is being shot in the foot. So we are not happy, and we think that there is the need for us to engage volunteers, trained volunteers for that matter, to man these water bodies and make sure that the protocols are enforced. Once the protocols are enforced, we are not going to have these challenges again.
Because I feel that we should have laws that will enforce or that will ensure that these boat operators get life jackets, and before they move, everybody on board should be with a life jacket.
At this point, let me state it categorically here that Ghana needs a comprehensive Inland Water Safety Act.
Ghana needs a comprehensive
Inland Water Safety Act to regulate the operations of these vessels and also ensure or enforce the safety protocols. Without the law, we'll keep going back and forth.
So you mean, as it stands now, there is no existing law that guides these operations?
We have protocols, but it's not laws that can be strictly enforced, and that is one of the challenges that we have. So once we have this act in place, those who will be culpable will be held accountable.
if you go to the Oti region, the Bono East region, and the Volta region, they use the Volta Lake like we use our roads every day, and people are traveling on these water bodies. And so, if we don't have an act, haven't we failed as a country? Because there are hundreds of thousands of people.
And now we are talking about the Volta Economic Corridor.
Yes,
and this is supposed to power a lot of job creation, a lot of transformation for the country. And so we are saying that this is just a wake-up call for us as a country, and we have to make sure that the law is passed so that the right things are done. I would not say that we have failed yet. There's still time for us to
But we are failing our people as a country.
We are failing. I mean, these kids that are gone, I mean, we should be ashamed of ourselves that we couldn't protect their lives. And the most sad aspect of it is that the young boy who was operating the vessel was just 11 years old.
Really?
What capacity does an 11-year-old boy have to man a whole boat, and ended up killing all these people? So there is the need for some regulation, some monitoring, some supervision, and that was not done. We have to take responsibility and accept that we have failed in that regard, to have allowed a young boy to take all these kids and just drown them. It's sad. It's really, really sad. I mean, if you are a parent, you imagine how painful it will be for another parent to lose a young lad. It's not a good news at all.
And then anytime such disasters happen, then we see politicians going there to donate, and then at the end of the day, that's it. Because look at the relief items that the vice president gave: 200 life jackets, 4 bales of second-hand clothing, 70 cartons of Frito, 100 bags of rice, 10 cartons of soap, 100 bills of mosquito nets, and 200,000 cash. And then we'll go to sleep.
Yes, we commend the vice president and the government highly for being proactive in that regard. But we can say here that that is not the solution. The solution is actually in taking action to make sure that these things do not happen again. This has happened several times. Almost every year, we record these accidents. And so the issue has to do with educating the people. I can say it here that sometimes when you give the life jackets to these community members, they see it as souvenirs. They don't use them, and they don't want to use them. So there is the need for sensitization. Let them understand that this is supposed to protect you, protect your lives. And so if you don't use it, you are going to die. Every now and then, when the accidents occur and 2 or 3 people wear the jacket, those ones are saved. Largely, those who are in life jackets do not drown. And so we need to let them understand. That is why we are embarking on this research, going into the communities to understand their mindset. Why does it, do they find it difficult to use the life jackets when they are given? Why is it that those who are operating the vessels are not trained? Elsewhere, this is a profession that people are trained and even certified. Just like we have drivers on the roads. If you don't have a license, you are not allowed to drive. And so if you are not trained, it's like being a captain of a ship. It's a technical area. You cannot just get up and because you have a canoe, you can just get up and paddle and take people. This very one, we are even told that it's not a passenger canoe. It's supposed to be a private one that is used for fishing. So the issue of supervision again comes in here. Who allowed that boy to move?
So
it means that it's a daily occurrence. It happens all the time. If not that, unfortunately, this one has happened. All these revelations will not have come to the fore now.
So in the absence of these officials from the Ghana Maritime Authority who are supposed to regulate the operations of these boats and their operators, what do you expect district chief executives who are the chairpersons of the district or municipal security council, what do you expect from them in the interim?
I think in collaboration with the GMA, they can also on their own form some watchdog committees or try to engage some volunteers to be around the place and be monitoring, because this is a critical area. this is an area that can generate revenue for the government. And so we do not have to take it kindly. If the district chief executives or the district coordinating councils are able to, in those communities, are able to handle this very well, they can get a lot of money for the development of their communities. But as it stands now, it's rather becoming a curse. People are dying now and then it's creating problem for all of us. So they have to come up with these volunteers and watchdog committees to make sure that those who will not wear the life jackets and operators who are not licensed, who are not qualified to operate the things, those who will engage in anything contrary to the law or to the rules that they will come up with are held.
Yeah, because district assemblies have bylaws, and then
yes, so they have the power and the mandate to make sure that those who do otherwise are taken to book.
I see. Abusuafo me ne Albert Derek Fiatui na twetwe nkomo wono panyin pa woda adwumaku a friend no Center for International Maritime Affairs Ghana. Ye trinity a friend Semag. Nkoma ye die fa boat disaster ye sie wo Oti region. Na ye bisa se kwan be so na ye koye nim no ye be fa so na bibi sansi na nipa bebere nkonko because se ukọ Bono East region or some part of Northern region, some part of Upper East, Volta region, Eastern region. Your island communities were among for nsuosu na ya wo no mofa. Na akora 11 years akwa akofa subonto se wodin kola egum e de wo ma twa se wo mu ko schools e den na akwa akoda na ebutu no life jacket na o cheze aban ne betumi aye bibi na mra na so se ye mra na ye faso ede eboa na boat activities, passenger boats, because of course those communities na eno na wo mo de koba na yen regulate se na be ya te se na ohyenkani ebekwa kwakashen a ye man license no eno nso ye betumi ahwe ama wo mo operations na tumi akoso ye se na be ya wo mo nkokunkum nipa e wo nsuo no so na wo chem se aban betumi aye bibi sa na me se ntim panyifo nya sa no ye be ne den district chief executives wo mo na ba ahobambo ho nsem ahodo a wo mo na committee na wono mote no wo mo ete so nti wo mo ntumi nya bibi mfa no so wo metumi aye bibi afa ho wo metumi ateteti task force na wono ma ne nam nsuo na anim ho ahwe se na ebe ya obi epese otwi boat na odefa passengers a eno no nipa kro no ebetumi aye ni ye na life jacket no so ya tumi a kyerɛkyerɛ amanfo se ye the life jacket ma wa enka se fa kosen wo dem na ma odem nya fe na emom no hunu se wo be fa nsuo no so bia na ese wo hye se na be ya asa torenkyem bi to na se wo dane butu nsuo no ma life jacket na ama wa sensen nsuo no a hwe nyew kopem se ebi mo ebetumi aba abagye mo nti no komo ena ye die nti meba bebisa no simag fo ne wo mo nso ye bia na wo mo ne transport ministry no be collaboration bi ni district chief executives a wo mo wo nsuo ano no district assemblies no wo mo ebe twro nkrata kyerɛkyerɛ ne wo mo betumi aya na because CSOs de wo mo adwuma wo mo ye ne se wo beboa na amamuo atumi akonkan na timamufo no enwa atomo. So back to you Albert. So what I said was to ask you whether you present some policy documents to the transport ministry or probably to team up with the district assemblies along these water bodies and in island communities to work on something in the interim as we await any legislation that will come to regulate these activities.
Yes, of course, we are ready to do that. And as I mentioned, we are embarking on research. Okay. We want to go into the communities to understand the reason why, first of all, they don't want to use the
life jackets.
The life jackets. Why certain measures are not put in place. Because at the end of everything, when we put the laws together and the people who are supposed to abide by the laws are not doing it, we are not doing anything. And
get close to the microphone for me.
Our decision to go into the community stems from the fact that we feel the Ghana Maritime Authority, sometimes they go and do the research. They go into the communities, but there is this phobia about community members and certain state agencies. Some information that they may give to a CSO or for us as NGOs, they may not be willing to give to the government agencies like GMA. So we are going in there as people who understand them, as community people, to get the actual reason why certain things are not being done, so that we can put out a document, like you mentioned, a policy document to the districts and to the ministry, so that all of us together as stakeholders work to eradicate this menace on our inland waterways.
Michael Yiga from Hohoya has sent me a message, and he says that somebody didn't do his or her work. Let the Ghana Maritime Authority tell us who was supposed to enforce the protocols and did not do his or her work. We joke too much in this country. Why do we need volunteers when people are paid to do their jobs and to ensure that these people are safe? Michael sent this from Hohoi.
I don't begrudge him. Everybody's in pain now. But I can say that as much as we want to call on the GMA to do more, as we speak, they don't have the numbers. And that is why we are suggesting that some volunteer groups are put together.
But the government resources them all the time.
Yes, but few months ago, the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority came out to say that yes, the numbers are huge.
Who is the Director General?
Dr. Kamaldeen Ali.
Okay.
But they don't have the numbers to man all the areas. If only they will have more resources, they can engage a lot more people to run around.
But they can write to the finance ministry or the finance minister to give them clearance to employ more, because we are talking about human lives.
So I think the time is ripe now for us for them to take up that challenge and do what is necessary. When we say volunteers, it doesn't mean that there are not people who are not going to be paid. It's just that they will get people in the communities who are going to be trained. They may not be paid as much as the actual staffs of the authority will be paid. So that is just a way of minimizing costs, because those may be people who are already engaged in certain activities, but then they will have time to monitor the environment to ensure that people abide by the rules and regulations.
I see. So I think we are done with this. Let's touch on Galamsey. Now the water stability levels are improving.
Yeah,
and I think the last time the president met the civil society organizations, is it Dr. Lumo from the Water Resources Commission told the Ghanaians about how the situation is progressing, and we've seen NIMOS doing a lot of arrests and destroying Galamsey stands and other machinery they use to operate to pollute our water bodies. What do you make of this? Do you think that the government is doing something right?
My brother, it is very exciting to get to know that. I mean, we are seeing a lot of improvement. It's not we don't need to be told. We can all see that a lot of action is being taken, and our organization is highly impressed by what this government is doing with regards to Galamsey. A lot of people may not want to give the credit that is due, but truth is only one. What we saw in the last 8 years is not what we are seeing now. So we are happy that these things are happening. And we believe that by the end of the 4-year term, we will be able to see our waters clear once again.
Do you see these security operations as something that we can sustain as a country?
Of course, we don't have a choice, because the people who are operating
comes at a huge cost.
Yes, but at a cost that is less than what we are going to suffer as a result of Galamsey. Now, when you even go to buy food, they tell you that the foods are contaminated because of Galamsey. Even yam, when you are eating fufu, you are scared. When you are eating plantain, you are scared. Everything that you eat. And there's a lot of rising incidents of sicknesses and diseases, cancer, and all the kinds of things that we are talking about. So there is no amount that we can spend on our security agencies to combat this illegality that will be more than the cost of lives that are going to be lost through allowing these things to continue happening.
I see. I'm trying to check my messages. Okay. All right.
You know that since the government has come to power, they have not given anybody any license to do anything.
Yeah. In fact, they revoked the licenses that were given immediately after Ghana voted last year.
Yes, and that is positive action, clear action, clear commitment to make sure that the challenge is addressed. Let us speak truth and always commend where there is the need for commendation. So for us, we keep saying that the government is doing well. We need to continue to encourage them to do even more to ensure that this menace on our hands is properly tackled. And we are very confident that in the near future, we will be celebrating the victory of winning the war against Galamsey.
Do you have any suggestions that you think the government must adopt in the fight against Galamsey going forward?
The suggestion, I think, is already been implemented. You know, previously we were not registering the excavators that were being brought into the country. Now, when you go to the port, there are still excavators that are there because they want to make sure that they track those who are bringing in the excavators and what they're actually going to do with the excavators with registration. So that when you go into the bush to damage our forest reserves and our water bodies, you can be traced. That has not happened in the past. And so with this, we know that there is some level of monitoring and supervision. And we think that it's one key way of controlling and ensuring that the machines that come into the country are monitored. And it's going a long way to help fight the menace of Galamsey.
Talking about monitoring, people have suggested that that they think the government must embrace technology in the fight against Galamsey, especially using drones to man the forest reserves to ensure that if somebody enters there, then they can pounce on that person. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea. But again, you remember that in the last administration, some drones were brought into the country for such purpose specifically. And
were they procured at all?
Yeah, they were procured, but I don't know where they were packed. Nothing came out of them. So yes, of course, we can engage them usefully if we want to do it. We can do it, but let me put on record that drones were brought into the country, but they were never deployed for the purpose. So technology, artificial intelligence, and all the technologies that are moving and running the world now can be deployed. And I believe that government is considering that. And once we do that, we are going to see positive outcomes.
How do you see the work of the Minerals Commission? Because they are supposed to regulate the activities of small-scale miners and then other large-scale miners. And if you talk to people in these mining areas, they tell you that people with prospecting licenses are those who just go into the forest reserve and then employ a lot of people and divide, give them portions of the land, and then they start working for them. So people have said that the Minerals Commission has not been up to task because they are supposed to regulate the activities of these people.
I don't want us to blame the Minerals Commission entirely. They may not be doing everything right, but they are doing their best. What is
the last administration?
Yes, all of them. Look, let's be sincere. The Galamseyers are recalcitrant. These are cabals, very stubborn cabals, who have decided that at the expense of everybody, they want to make money. So we just have to go after them. We have to all come together as stakeholders and fight this. The fact that the Mineral Commission is revoking some licenses and not issuing new ones for them to continue working is a step in the right direction. And we have to commend them highly and pat them at the back to continue what they are doing. Of course, they need to do more and make sure that those who are still in the water bodies and in the forests destroying our lands are brought to book.
I see. And how about the work of the Environmental Protection Authority? Now it is authority. Previously,
yes,
it used to be agency.
Yeah.
Now it's authority. Do you foresee something drastic happening?
Let me tell you that we have picked some information or some intelligence that with the new powers that the EP or the Environmental Protection Authority has now, they are also coming up with some teams, some security teams, to also hit the field and combat this illegality. They now have the power not just to enforce, but to also bite. They have the power to bite. And so in the coming days, we are going to see a lot of action from the EPA as well.
Okay, so I have this message from Joseph Boateng. It says, PSA, that is a nice conversation you are having. People need to be safeguarded. Okay. Triple K is talking about AMA boss. It says, is the AMA boss still a post? The connection overhead is choked by traders and circle to he must wake up. Okay, that's a discussion for another day. Pedro Medina Cruz is watching. He's watching the show live from Indianapolis, Kumasi Thanos, Kesben Junction. Okay, thank you so much for your message. Okay, we ended the conversation and then we will go for a commercial break. Your last words to our viewers and cherished listeners.
I want to say once again that we sincerely wish that we are able to handle our inland water bodies properly and make money, create jobs, and do all the positive things that other countries are getting from it. We should not come here the next time to talk about boat disasters anymore. And so I will conclude by saying that yes, there is a need for Ghana to come up with that comprehensive Inland Water Safety Act. And once that is done and there's proper enforcement, our waters or inland waters will be safe for all of us.
Okay, thank you so much, Albert, for coming. Albert, Derek Fiatui, and our Kanum, Executive Director for CIMAG, Center for International Maritime Affairs Ghana. You trying to friend is CIMAG. Now, you're bo and come for both disasters. No, watch then. Yes, I buy you. Woman so collaboration or woman I buy you. No, so no. Wakama ya te galam say one some so. Or say I buy no bon home modern. Ye jumanti say ya toko swa ye nti se ne ye hu dia ye nsuo no emu ebete ena sansam ena wode ebetu dwa abetu be de adwenkyeraba live on Power 979 FM or Facebook ena TVXYZ so our Facebook wode adwenkyeraba ya back in Kenya nyina enso e de amount. Let's talk educational consult say awofo ye ka kire mo say ye bie suku na ye je mo ma no. Let's talk education, preschool and elementary school. No, yeje 6 months to 6 years. Eti adaworoma fa wobano ebra na yenje no ye use Montessori anase inde curriculum ena yede echre enkola na de. Nyema nkola di agro kra biom trim biom adwem emo ye active emo think sharp. Eti wobano de ne ba they will be in safe hands. Eti fa wobane bra Yechre entrepreneurship, public speaking, technology, and arts. Let's talk educational consult. Ewo Teshi Nungwa Estate, Mango Street to the so which way the Obanaba. Freyan 0249 069821. On that note, your name Madam Time Bomb, Encotre Encomo. Na yendi ye manon so ehon enkomo kakra ewa ha say Dwaboase dwumadi asuni ye ba sia.
Let's talk educational consult here bia ye boy parents ma what say or your education I say. And so when it comes to consultation services, we relax with you as a parent, as a teacher, as one who want to understand education. Aside that, at church for when it comes to early childhood education, we are there for you. We train teachers in Montessori early childhood education. And then so by more from Mana. We take them in, yes, from 6 months to 6 years with Montessori and INDEC educational program. And if my main control there say a school you want to set up, you want to train your teachers as in service training now. Let's Talk Educational Consults with myself, Madam Time Bomb, and the team are ready to come over and give you that training that you are looking out for. Yes, the modern type of training, the modern type of thinking, and a corner before I'm a school near grown number from an also was stand out independently. About my nature console on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I want to videos, pictures, a number of things. Our Bob ati, yana concept na as a child and assay. We are school, school uniform, and a number of people don't understand why, but it's a way to give the child 100% space to explore and evolve. Yes, and so that's who we are. And if you say if anything, peden years in common, pedas over school, peden years in common school. Mopacho friend on 0249069821. Another WhatsApping on 0249069821. And I pay my in check as in family team with ya from producer to the host to the technical person. Now, me fan check is in from Apostle Parkway humans. And I mean, let's talk teachers in now. Not mincha SST. Mincha my grandmother, Reverend Susan Mr. Arthur. My father Fina Koma Chels Ampofu, no one kafu, Mrs. Edith Ampofu. And Miss Arthur was your coon on your bustle. It was your coon in Nara. A good morning to you. Now let me seize this opportunity and wish the gentle farmer, Edu Abebio, of Tanta Farms, and a payment wish a very beautiful happy birthday. What Edu is doing on the birthday in your day, and a pay say a year widow, another you are naturally challenged. And I pay also rema bets as I start the project. And I think that he's giving out 30 pieces to each person.
Oh, okay.
Into you're interested. That's the way you a friend and I wishing happy birthday. And I got Madam Time Bomb say, Freno. Na enye in common and any birthday also up there or your demo project into you are interested into for the men I'm being a friend. Number near 0559 071 818 0559 071 818. Piesie,
Madam Time Bomb.
Tanta Farms, which is the vocational technical ejumano not metri and arjun ejina bibidom. I've had chat with a number of kids concerning Mr. Te Oye Agri project that is Feed Ghana Jumezi on power. Mpocho on Fridays 2 p.m. area Arabia.
Yeah.
Mr. T, I've had a number of young kids, make them from kids below 15 years.
Okay.
I work from when you in common.
Wow.
And because I'm into the line of education, I'm a former friend concerning that line. I'm very, very happy. So one of the kids was talking, Norika there, he would love to go into farming, like agric. That is always second junior high school, but the parents do not support. When you're interested, one pede over here. Now maybe saying why also there is nothing like celebrating the technical person. Now one thing I know, mommy can also to now in Ghana here, have we ever celebrated any vocational TVET? You celebrated the monk like as national. You celebrating for the man. So I asked myself, we are trying our best on radio, drawing people's attention to it and all that, but I think the parents in this one way or the other, they would have to understand. So let me take our conversation today from that angle.
Okay.
Vocational and technical training.
Yeah.
Piesie, after our independence, Obi Kana Semyeji Henefa Honzi, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Odi Henenyim with others, he sat down and said, we are not liberated enough and independent enough unless the education is attached. And he believed that it's important to equip ourselves, especially with skills that we need to build, when it comes to modernization and industrialization. And so he sat down and said, I believe that education can equip us when it comes to skills needed to build modern and industrialized nation. Now, Sir Obanedama, it means that we have a lot to do. That is why KNUST and all that came through. But I asked myself, are we really, and are they really doing what they have to do? Through that, from that to 1961, and were able to introduce the free primary education because his agenda was to get a universal access to every child, as in when it comes to education, so that a Frobana Oracle school will have the mindset and adapt education. Now, three key areas are in our orifim is that is the emphasis is on equipping ourselves. That's one, reducing dependency, and then fostering ourselves, being sufficient enough for our country. Into my there, as an individual at Eco School, at the end of the day, you should be well equipped yourself. You should be well equipped. And when they reduce independence, as an independent or be even people coming in from outside, and then foster self-sufficient. Now we look at all these things, and at the end of the day, kids go to school and you ask them, what do you want to do? Oh, I mean that because they don't have that zeal to be in Ghana and to do talk less of vocational training. In our mind, vocational training is for those who sebe. And at the one school, that is what we think. It's because we don't celebrate, we don't push them, we don't do a lot of things, and we look down on these things. But I always say that if we are really fixing ourselves well, from agriculture to fashion to carpentry to masonry to all that entails with vocation and technical aspect, I think that we wouldn't be where we are as a country. And as parents, we will put respect on vocation. Not as parents, everybody, from parents to teachers. We can sit down and analyze and say that, oh, I will make to know if you want to do this, dabi. Why? Because why do we look down on such areas? We look down on such areas because appreciate one. Yen mindset when it comes to academics is a bit biased. We are always looking out for the people who want to be lawyers, doctors, teachers, engineers, and all that. We don't want to look beyond that. The white collar job is what's yepe. We leave that, and that has been a colonial educative way. We want to wear suit and go and sit at the office, but and so we have to go around it and work with it. And then when it comes to the social stigma and perception, the issues, the challenges people who go through this phase, or a dirty job. What kind of job is this? This is where you ended. Carpentry, masonry, area, tailoring. I mean, the career path we've made it look like on prestigious. And so we growing up, low self-esteem in a year build my own. Now you have to have it up at the back of your mind today. Graduate, it doesn't mean that you may be the whole child. And so if we don't build our young ones with their skills up, we're basically then about. That's why unemployment is so high. Now the poor quality and outdated TVET systems. Systems, they are poor. They are inadequate. Facilities on way up. Go to some of our secondary schools, especially those who are doing technical and vocational. It still hasn't been improved. Still working with the old ones that they were set with. Still maintaining and all that. New ways are out there. Technology is out there. Let's add it to the vocational skills and help our little ones. Weak industry linkages. Yeah? We find it difficult to link our vocational and technical men to what we are doing. That is when it comes to the industry players. We don't do that. Quality instructors, they all want to. And you know the funny thing, when these people travel outside, the money they make is more than those. It gets all certificates. You will still have to school because you need a certificate of the land to work, to be called a part of them. And if you have a hands-on and you go, that's the one son now you school for just some few months and you have work out there, or isn't that better? Hands-on. So the quality of instructors, we need to push them. We need to encourage them. I don't know why Yahweh do baby wabre. Into Obia and pushing Obia encouraging. They look down on themselves. As I mean, benefits in a mania. Very, very important. And let's look at the economic aspect as well. Limited job opportunities, the lack of private sectors opened. Government here now for me, but it's not enough. And then we don't have a clear path that is a progressive career path, especially for Yanembo farming. Unlike degree holders, if you have a degree, a master's in this, you are an MPhil in this, you are a doctorate in this, then you are traveling forward. But with this, the career progression, it's unlikely. It's not there. You don't get it like the way you want it. Our media nowadays that is supposed to push, we are not pushing. Even the music videos, we prefer to see the lawyers, we prefer to see the nurses and the doctors doing their own thing. Me, your dog carpenter, female carpenter, or carpentry room, me who be my Kenya other videos who will get appreciating our people. So at the end of the day, we lack them, and the certification. Completion, certification, that's what we work with. Certificates when I make it, certificates when I make they are limited. It's difficult. Vocational and technical training, it's killing our soul, and that is what will bring money up. Now let's take what we are doing. Agri-Kayeri. Now we have the government trying to push it. Who and who are going to do it? Is it the people out of the school with the certificate? Are they really ready to go into it? What psyching are we giving them? What understanding? What training? What teachings are we giving them? Please, if we are able to start with the little ones, they come to adopt it as part of their lifestyle, then they know that they are moving forward. Parent and guidance. Peer pressure is too high. Friends will influence you. I want to go into this. I want to do this. Oh, man, yeah. What are you going to do? They will tell you that in your school, you don't have certificate. So please, I beg you, listen to the child. What they want to end up with, what actually they want to do, and then encourage them. A vocational training. If you are trained on a vocational stuff, if you are built in with technical things, it doesn't mean that in fracture. And so let's look at rebranding. Let's look at ensuring that our industry and partnerships will build up there. Let's make sure that government incentives are it's cool and that our kids are also interested. And our appeal at this moment on this airwaves, Power 97.9 FM on TV, XYZ, to that our schools, one way or the other. So yeah, your life skills and our kids will love to do it. So yeah, children may small fix the pipes, may small way may new work patching, may small technical stuff we go able to fix and now will be say able to not every time inviting somebody in. The me and the day boy and here's a pushy number from my app. And if we can do it, it is you and I holding hands that we can do it together. From the parent to the teacher to the child to you in the community. And so this morning, let's talk educational consults. Please, let's not look down and emphasize on the fact that to go forward. Now, additional 1 year, just one way. Let's equip ourselves. Let's reduce the dependency on others, and then let's foster self-sufficiency. For Let's Talk Educational Consult on 0249 069821 0249 069821. Nashushahin, Wateshinongwa Estate, Ayaba Lejokuku Municipal Assembly on the Mango Street.
Sabre so yamfa enchasronko free True World Pharmaceutical Company Limited emma yahwefo ene yetifo mama enenso yene mo ababedi ehia biemu a na eye Indian company kese a yaso ye ne ewo India na yedi enuro ade abawiase amama nyina eso a nyame ncha dom yendo no ebi ababedru Ghana hanom abribia ye ka chemo se ansa na wadru ebetimi akodwaman so ama Ghana fo anom no aya na ewo se adwumakuo ba ko a womo ebo modin pa eye nhwehwemu edifa enu no ho getum ansa na womo amakwan no aye nhwehwemu edi afa yenu no ho mekire Food and Drugs Authority womo aye nhwehwemu edi afa yenu no nyina ho agya to mu se yenu no eye papa ntino Ghana for emfansa womo ho yare yenu no nyina eye India hama ene yakeka bom edi aye habandura eni nsunsan so boni bia na abibia ye hyase na ye kasafa yenu no ho a aya na ani die no ene yedi kan ekasafa ho mama edi nti a aya na ani no ehu hia ye na abibia ye bo ho daru na ye kasa edefa ho nipadua na akwa ye nka ne Nyankopon edi ama yen eyeyeni wani nkoa na ye yare bia ebowa udan obi ansa na watimi aye bibia ewa asase so enti abibia mimmomu die enka mesere se uso ye yare a na wasai ede yi ni fraye se woma ebintu kwantimfi da esanse se wani fra wo de mama ma yendum night kra na woda udan mu na ohwehwe ade na esum wo honom aya na eto san na wani be fra na wo nkwan na wo bedi no wasase su nyina no wani ehuna de enti abibia aya na yekasa edifa ani no ho se bo wani ho ban abra wani no wahase ehunu nsunsansuo bi a echese wani no ehun tochima no entempa na wahwe True Worth yadura ye frani True Worth Vision Capsules misramu abribia ye kasafa no Ghana for dodo na mahase a monum ye no ni bi obi wo ho wonom to abaako wonom to amienu ene wo gyanom ye hyem nkran se wahase se wonum ye no a esense eya hama India hama na yakeka bom dia ye aduro ni ntino wo se utokoso nom enkopim se obehunu se die wani ni se ne esi hunu ade no wasi wo dada mu anaasɛ w'ani gye ho ansa na wagyae nom mesrɛ nkɔnom toa baako toa mmienu na mangya yɛ aduro no nom ɛba saa a wonhunu sɛnea aduro no ɛsi yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ wo nipadua no mu mepaakyɛw sɛ woakɔ hospital na doctor aka kyerɛ sɛ woanya glaucoma anaa pressure bɔ w'ani no so a bɔ mmɔden sɛ wɔbɛhwehwɛ true worth vision capsules akyi akwan ɛsiane sɛ wonya glaucoma anaa pressure bɔ w'ani no so a ɛkɔsɛe ntini kɛseɛ bi a ɛkɔnɛte w'ani de bɔ w'adwene mu a ɛboa ma hunu adeɛ a buroni frɛ ne optic nerve no sɛ ɛho to kyima a ɛma sɛnea wosi hunu adeɛ no ahoɔden no ba fam nkakra no wɔntu anamo a ɛba bɛduru mpɛmpɛnsuo bi w'ani no ɛba bɛfira koraa mama mantena se ɛntwɛn ɛma w'ani ɛmfira ɛbɛ true worth vision capsules ɛwɔ hɔnom wɔn sɛ mebɔ aduro no din baako mmienu na mede true worth no aso so ɛsiane sɛ vision capsules no ɛdɔɔso wɔ dwaman so enti wokɔ no wɔmfa true worth no anso so a yɛbɛyi adu foforɔ na ama wo enti mesrɛ wɔ a wokɔ a ɛyɛ akae sɛ aduro no din ɛde true worth vision capsules afei yɛkasa nyinaa no yɛde ato wo tv screen no so nti mo a mohwɛ yɛn ɛwɔ tv no so no wobɛhu sɛ yɛde true worth vision capsules no ɛde ato so na mmom a motie wɔ radio no so no ɛnkyɛ mede yɛn telephone numbers no ɛde bɛma wo na wɔatumi afrɛ na wo nso yɛwerɛ bi a ɛdi wo nya no anaasɛ wokɔduru baabi a yɛtɔn aduro no mpo a yɛne nipa na ɔtɔn aduro no bɛkasa na wayi true worth vision capsules no ɛde ama wo mepatwɛ woyɛ obi a w'ani ɛso taa yɛ ɔhene wopesa ayɛ kɔkɔɔ na ɛpuru nso ɛso ayɛ owisiwisi woda sɔre anɔpa na wohwɛ light anaasɛ anwummerɛ wohwɛ light a wohu ne blɛ ayɛ sɛ ntentan bi ɛwɔ w'ani no so mepatwɛ obi wɔ hɔ a adeɛ bɛn no a wɔnhunu adeɛ no wɔ akyiri nso a wɔnhunu obi mpo deɛ adeɛ san ne esum aduru no koraa nea yɛka ne night blindness no woyɛ obi a wɔ saa ɔha wei a wɔaduro ɛyɛ true worth vision capsules a ɛyɛ indiafoɔ aduro a ɛbɔ adwuma mepatwɛ woyɛ obi a ɛtɛ asi wɔ ani kosua so ɛtɛ no ɛsi ani so ɛbɔ yɛnka yɛ nti ɛfifi ketekete nkakra no wɔntu anamo a ɛba bɛduru mpɛmpɛnsuo bi ɛtɛ no ɛba bɛbɔ wɔ anifra ɛsiane sɛ lens no a w'ani no ɛtumi ɛreflect na wohunu adeɛ no ɛno so na ɛtɛ yɛ akɔgye so afa yi nti wobɛyɛ dɛn na wohunu adeɛ stage biaa ɛtɛ no ɛfifi wɔ ani so aduro no mepatwɛ bɔ mmɔden a na wohwehwɛ true worth vision capsules akyi akwan yɛndo no leading pharmacy herbal shops drugstore sɛ wɔ ɔman Ghana mu nyinaa no yɛato apete a wobɛwura mu a wo nsa bɛtumi aka bie afei aduro ɛtɔ so mmienu a ɛnɛ mepɛ sɛ me ne ɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ ɛyɛ yɛ aduro a yɛfrɛ no azaka no ɛyɛ ma mo amanya diabetes anaasɛ asikye yareɛ ɛɛya ɛkum nipa ɛdi nipa nya na mepatwɛw yɛwɔ indiafoɔ aduro a yɛfrɛ ne azaka sɛ asikyire yareɛ no ɛyɛ type 1 anaasɛ type 2 anaasɛ sɛnea ɛsi adidi mu akɔduro no bɔ mmɔden a sɛ wobɛma wo nsa aka azaka de bi asikyire yareɛ no ne nsunsuanso a ayɛ a na yɛhunu no bi nie wonya asikyire yareɛ a kakraa bi na nsukɔm de wo wonom nsu a kakraa bi na nsukɔm san de wo biem afei wodidi a ɛnkyɛ na ɛkɔm ɛsan de wo mepaakyɛw asikyire yareɛ kuro yɛ ɛma wo so te wo reduce weight na wayɛ hahaha mepaakyɛw sɛ ekuro ba bɛtɔ ho a ekuro no wumia ekuro no ntimi nwu mepaakyɛw hunu sɛ nsunsuanso yi a na ɛbɔ nka yɛ sɛ woanya asikyire yareɛ no bi asikyire yareɛ kuro naa nso mepaakyɛw ayɛ a na ama wo nanse ataetae nsunsuanso a wohunu sɛ ɛyɛ diabetes no ɛyɛ type 1 anaasɛ type 2 no aduru a ɛbɛboa wo ɛyɛ azaka yɛ a ɛyɛ indiafoɔ duro papapa a yɛde abadwaman so afei sɛ mogyaboro so ɛha wɔ a mepaakyɛw anaasɛ hypertension yɛwɔ aduro wɔ hɔ a ɛno nso ɛyɛ vivado yɛ a ɛbɛboa wɔ ɛsɛn ɛbere nti no yɛntumi mmobɔ yɛnnuro no nyinaa ɛnyare a ɛsa no so mepaakyɛw yɛwɔ joint fortis wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ yɛnu mpem ɛne yɛpɔ so woyɛ obi a sɛbi mprɛduasa woanya ɛntini mu yare a yɛwɔ nerve alive ɛwɔ hɔnom bɛrima a sɛbi mprɛduasa woanya prostate wo nso yɛwɔ prostate leave wɔ hɔ koko na ɛha sɛ yɛ internal part anaasɛ external part yɛwɔ wɔaduru ɛma a awoɔ ho nsɛm ayɛ deɛ ama mo menses nsufi bi gu ɛnka wɔ ahemfie hɔnom mo nso yɛwɔ lady fort wɔ hɔ nnura yɛde abadwaman soɔ no ɛdɔɔso sɛ yɛbɔ yareɛ so anaasɛ yɛntumi ama yareɛ so yɛnnua mo mmarima a sɛbi mprɛduasa moayɛ mmerɛ wɔ kɛtɛ so mo nyinaa yɛwɔ mu nnuo ɛwɔ hɔnom mepaakyɛw mo a mohwɛ yɛn wɔ tv no so no yɛ number no ɛda screen no so na mmom a motie wɔ radio no so no yɛntumi ama yareɛ so a na ɛno nkyɛn sɛ yɛni wɔaduru true worth yɛwɔ hɔ ma wo sɛ yareɛ bi a ɛdi wo nya no yɛbɛboa na yɛapɛ aduro deɛ ma na wode atu wo yareɛ no ase bɔ mmɔden na frɛ yɛn ɛwɔ 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and a 059 558 2628 059 558 2628. True Word Pharmaceuticals, your health, our concern. And I no pay ye da yahwe for any etifo nyina ase.
Ye pen krofo ma wo no mo. Regulate wo mo dwumadi a wo no mu di ana. Abusuafo Amo TV XYZ ye da ase. Na me se me ne Ghana for din komo anopai. Dwaboase dwumadi so ye tena se a ye ne Ghana for bon komo. Niam ni bi wo ho a ye tena se a ye nim sa wo wan country a ye hu. Eti ye mon komo na anopai. Boti wan asemi ya kan we nyenne ene dikan ena amanfo akotena boat mu a wo no mutu kwan a adane omo abutuo. Life jacket yen shebi enti utonso no ma twon na wa drone so a problem ebra so say ye mra na mra no ye betumi aye bibi sa kwan be so na ye betumi afa so a regulate your momentum say me ne Albert fiatu ye twetwe ho enkomo ewo ha say a wo say ye hia mra ba wo ma ye ni nkomo 0208984166 0208984166 TV no so numbers no any guasia no. Hello, good morning. Okay, try again kafra teko 0208984166 0208984166 yamon komo Gani is there na ekoso ano see street lights abelukuma o de naba oh gas central yeah hello gas central gas out okay hello okay mama kwa mane so hello good morning me pacho did this say na akasa free he
me did Lawrence with free community 11 tema
community 11 tema mami tio and no pay
simple kafra obi a ka plane we friend pilot ship they say navigator or captain
yeah
and paying for bekwa ko boat mu na 11 years boy I am a pilot and they sat down and then he drove them to a death. And you see, Austin, this matter when I was a kid, I've been hearing it on news and everything up to today. I'm 53 years. It's still happening in Ghana. What is our mentality? What is our problem? Thank you very much.
Also say what is our problem? Problems there me no ba kone say timamufo no mo ho no the people there no obi ho life jacket but who ni say ade be enfan decorate the right say Ghana Health Service akoche net ana amount for the akoye garden no onyusu. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes sir, me constituent be
no what is saying
nyame adom pa
na ba o kide kase sidie na min chami chairman mi father chairman so o so ampafo ena ya papa oye eni kesewa mi chiano di de yo bia mi chiano
okay
nimia
one more di anchire me ba kasa free
yeah cause nimia na obekasa eno ya na English in those do DFA
on titwi no
mo bia also what and I kasa no
on titwi nya ne kasa
adia
enkoba me wudi no utie mesi twi nya ne kasa on se na o kasa
ya ba
so be abetra na o fo a won titwi
la jacket akoma mo
won titwi enti akan kasa na me kasa men kasa mpacho ya ofra on titwi enti brofo na yebeka ewom se enye brofo batetoro be ankomo na yebedi no enti na ya oka brofo a na masa kire mu ewo twi mu na wate ase enye bone mayen kasa 0208984166 aha na say okay hello good morning Good morning.
Good morning.
Net is saying.
Nyankopɔn da Roma.
Udi di saying o kasa free here.
From Nana Kwati Mfisi Kumasi, ne de maba and Power FM and SYGC.
Kumasi fine.
Kumasi
fine now.
Asante New Town.
Oh, okay.
Na unimo.
Many more.
Okay. Oh, sir. And Komoya, you na yedi. Ọmọ na hiya sempa. I was saying you. Emom sir. Akura na wusa sabe ni nia na oka brofo no eka no e de na ye problem emom de no mu kire ne se ade an kwam se fa ni past 7 ana ekobro so ti na ma na ho odene no unte abro so na anya hanko ya na he ya yewe de ubehu na obi kotoka na wakọ akọtwe ade ni na sense na ka ka se fa ni pa be se 10 so no akọfa be se 15 ene sa na nyina ye ma yani enko afi report ni bi so kire se e life jacket ni ade no ebi mu kire se sabi cent crown e wum to one person be share ene adan de enye we nu de no nemo am san assembly safwa na akozini assembly ato bi na tumi nkoso hwere akra enkwanda bia wo saade no bi ya hwere saade na fa ni panu a emfa num ekoba na ada fa num no aka na e de account bia ya kwanso yensuo so sabi esura yi former yi insure yi dabla dia aka ni train so kwensha da nye adwuma bi se bia na ye beye no mi nyina ya fi agire enkoso na ye hwe saade no so no eye enkonketua no e so konketua no nsuo na pa chomo so
me metio oh we free so obefofro enso emra 0208 984166 oh hwe tv no so a numbers no egu ase no obetumi afre na yenso yeno atwetwe enkobo 0204155888 yenkasa sisi. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. On Tiwinka obefofro emra 0208984166 na yemmo enkoma ha den akoso won potema pese yedi ho nkomo boat asemi esia na yaka ho ase wo radio so yede ye media fo de nya bade a yebeka ye ka na se na otwetwem pe obi arefi na aban a ese wonno etumi hwe na se DVL e kan aban ho ti se yete se ye mra na Ghana Maritime Authority almost kan aban Maritime Authority etumi nya se adwuma no. It's somebody's job. Hello, good morning. Anope lines number here. Minim data. Koswana try kafra. Try 0208984166. Radio and TV. Okay. Matthew. Hello.
Good morning.
Me pacha why you? Ukasa free.
Hello.
Meton kapa kasa udi di say o kasa free hin.
Hello, nana pacho machon.
Mejo so.
Me pacho anapena mitio na wo ka di fa.
Ummo udi ntia me bebe a o kasa free o.
Oda mo na twa mo tani ko ebe do lete. O min bi ase emra ye fe makosi boade kasa bi sunu.
Okay.
Asa makote.
Okay.
O min bi ase emra nyedwuma wo mo a no ma hadi.
No correct.
Because Tana ye ka Tana we ya obi anim se kuni buku. We are yes, we are the 5 years. If you be any, it's a man is a brand new man, and no one be the BI about companies. I think I will need to continue so. Now, for that jacket is go Ubuntu, and from our partners, I want to moko. Because that jacket no say deep crown or top Mukrana, that jacket in the able to arrest you.
Yeah.
Now, would you put piano 21 and between 2 now, Kotoma, we are the whole quite street. It's a better woman say one more na la jacket book you be more so should be an ibi woman one more no man you say the boy nyina because nye de bia na e be so na ate arewa sem o la nkeke dia wo mo ba obi ni no ba be wo na mako wu so beke ye be se de o mo ma nye dwuma okroma pa o fuma nye mi bi o me papa o mi ndi no na ya hunto e
me da se me chia so humfo nyina ma yankasa na yenko yenim enso ebiem ye hwese Dr. Sharp eba be ka yensa ba ma yankasa Ghana for yenin komo
Hello.
0208984166. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Well, for me, I'm the first and you're about somebody say more time.
Okay, my hit you.
Jamaica muri dimidi obuo papa da mobile di dem dimidi no wada aboa yana magana na Ghana no ami hu asodin what me di dem fe ngugo dem ne di gum me ai dem mra mbudu kuti wasa mra man ko fui police fun ka da wo fi wo bugum mra do it is a Ghana si ada ya o fi aro be ye djuma biala o wada no fe so dim no woman mo o ko se just wo mbra discipline we so dim today in the man obama man ko fa bu o bi view school bi and even ss3 wo wi ya pe ya do ko gum no we see discipline wa ma wa nyenem kroma ni bubu ade but wo jan da mala o man yan be ye na che wala ba fa ka ka ba wada da ka na sa na lances wa ni nyina o wada wa check afofo be da minya man be ya ya
Debbie
it's yes you make mumbo no bunombre Ghana no bunyi ha nse yanyama ya basa isu ye wete ya freda ya bokwa abuchi ogwo wa gida minya namba openyi bi baka cha hey inka no so bi ne ba ya bonu bodo bi atia no nga otini se sia ya wode sika abokwa no do yes re emma fuanu obi awo ko aduma mia wo mo bu mbra wo wa kaka ta tie o so wode kan do to kwema emra wo de wo ndiri go tu mo de kan ti finjin ekaka na akwa kete no yawo if yes re da ma obu no ni wo no on na am ya bre no oba na mso se obu na amaso ayibo wu da ma me da ma se obi ni fiado
Medas sano pe so de wadwe kire bae Dwaboase djumadi su ni ewo power 97.9 and TVXYZ so yeah live obetu de wadwe kire ba ewo Facebook so TVXYZ ewo Facebook obetu de wadwe kire enso aba frena yen kasa ewo ha say 0208984166. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me pacho did you say na kasa free?
My name is Daniel.
Daniel.
Calling from Banana Inn.
Calling from?
Banana Inn.
Banana Inn, Accra. Okay, that's Dansuman.
I thank God for the good work we are doing. But somebody called and complained about language. I want to ask whether if the only three language alone in the Ghana.
It's okay. Yeah. Calm down. All right.
That thing is a problem. It's causing a problem in this nation. Oh yeah. The Ewe language is the whole world is the first language from God. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you. I don't know. And I can't even Ghana for it is a will be back. Kasa Ghana for Sabioni one school kurano brofono can or kakra. It's a kasa so being a tree, no to win catria over to me. I cannot a brofo and a universal ye exposed to kakra. It is obi any tree na say who he has say any bidding come over fide so no cabrofo and your bonnet. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Pato, good morning.
What did you say now?
The friend is Florence.
Florence.
Medina.
Yintio.
Mr. That young boy, 11 years old. And I am ma, I didn't call for you. Crawford and boy, ya. The being to me. Penny for me,
Penny for her.
King souls. That's from just like that. Yeah. Pa. I mean, cost one shram.
Amen.
Do my pa,
Amen. Yeah, that's it. Ma Florence say also to me a fray. Haxa Mr. Haxa capsule say also drew tatashi pharmacy bia ubenya bi ewo ho. Frena yendi enkomo 0208984166. Me pesa me no bon komo. Yemmon komo. O man ye be any say na ye. Ghana Maritime Authority. Mo department say to me hwa ade we. You can't give us an excuse that Mustafa. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Me pa cha odi di sen o kasa free hin.
Me safe okomlemle. Me din di antivic.
Antivic yetie o. Ma one so kakra ma me.
Mu share tane ma no so. Dem fa no station. They want penny for mu share brothers for so. Na ishishare so down. The boat you offend pay mu ani pay ni. The nipa exam pay do.
Okay.
Na ebani se na ade e fa ni pay nu se ni pen so. Which me fa ni pay dream.
Any problem no?
Ye di kudu ahye akoda kekekekensa. Se franco foko. Akoko nko mu nyina. No na me bisa. Se obi eni ho a ohye omo e ka kudo no eso.
Yawo dwumakuo bi a wa Ghana ha ya friend Ghana Maritime Authority. Wo mo na nka ese wo mo nkrabata baako bi. Eno na nka ese hwe saa neema no na beebi a ye tena so bonto mu tu kwan bia no. Wo mo ensure say amafo be say life jacket na ade.
Na life jacket no so say sie ye poison. Say yi boti bia obefa ni pape. Say ye fa life jacket wo ma wo. So wo ni bia say ni pa. Say en fa shembra.
Okay.
Madam
ase. Sounds so free Antivic. Yenye many two more calls na Monfrey Okrah mame na yenko bisa enro Vice President Koye no debia yabekwa akwache niema saa na yeyi ni ana enkomobo ben na akoso na kwan ben na yefa so enforce no because aban we say resetting tell say emere bi etwam na yenhye life jacket a sabre say yetumi hye life jacket. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Me ba chodi di sen na okasa free hin.
Me kasafi Dwaboase.
Na udi di sen.
Okay.
Udi di sen.
Dwaboase na nkomo na mudi yo. Ba me so de mudi na na kwa me se.
Okay.
Na kwa me se.
All right. Men tie me wo TV ni so. Tie me wo telephone num na twe ho free TV ni ho kakra. If I'm why?
My dream friend is but man, let me have me person me from like nema. Me from nema. I get back why I dream friend. Oh say ya na mo kan say galam say ejuma. Oh so kuma say otu for to me contact say na him for ni na say eneden no obia mla ne mami ya na ne so mo bia ko otu for better ya stop say na sa so mo bia ntu galam say e better ya bo aban no oh obi ko say o mo radio station so the classmates for you ya na me person mo go mi dia so ya na na pay crowd so go talk wa chairman no ni pa but I have fallen there you money and no person buying there because pick up back and to me and now I have fallen there. I just pick up me I have fallen I have fallen me bois
and no crepa.
Oh, na chairman for na town and there mom 10 million. Okay, now not the bed in that to a president so. Because stop galam say what time?
Okay.
Two galam say what that's as you do. Obia galam say na on you two nsum. We don't want to be there our forest. Na wa ko tu sa de we nyina. Wa ko na ye achile na acho na we tu dia ye so we palace kuma say. Yeah. Ko kana ko fo bi dimi kan na city so ni among 10 city. That when 10 so 10 no ye de to he before Ghana and mean that when two Ghana say on my house what be two Ghana say assemble back nobody abo aban no
and no crap last caller na yanko Monfrey Okrah mame or the vice president Chiko uti region yene no ending komo na yembisa no ehon sem ka kire la Monfrey Okrah emfa mame confirm last caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning. Me pacho ma onne so kakra mame why?
Hello,
yes sir, good morning. we did the same na free him.
Morning.
Otie me o TV no so yemfa obi foforo. Sa wo fra entie wo TV no so ma yemfa last caller. Entie wo TV no so. Tie wo telephone mobile phone now they are friend no. Obete me nka wo live, obete me nka. Me so mete wo nka. Enti no eya monjo mo TV no and radio no. Last caller ni. Hello, good morning. Hello. Want to be anyina so ye ntwa so. Haxa mixture, haxa capsules and also doing one what so bo adwuma papa nti also atranso ati akore ko pebi. Pharmacy bia wo benya bi wo ho frɛ 0240 238 310. Hello, good morning. Hello. Anawe radio. Okay. Want to be anyina so. Kulugana Limited for so de dro bia ba your friend no Araba Bazen pills. Araba Bazen no dro ebe to me aboa oba ama oba obuni se ya na obre obone sa no wa sa na oda ya eba ne sa enye fine. Obi kura de to me ba untumi nkɔ adwuma na or special appointment bi kɔ ba bia eba ne sa untumi nkɔ enu ti na Araba Bazen pills no Kulugana Limited for ediaba pharmacy bia ubenya bi wo na oba ade ede ne se so no ma ebe siesie wa siesie ahemfie ho nso abo ama watenka no se ne nyankopon bo wo na ese watenka te no ebe ye pepepe nti wo oba kra na watenka nya ya no bi oba bia so unya bi na wonom FDA the stamp atim so se nipa oba no ma eboa no esiesie no Ducat Pharmacy workers wa ubenya bi wo ho Pharma Trust Pharmacy workers wa ho a ubenya bi so ho Unicom Chemist ewo Malam Junction Osons Chemicals wa dabraka Ekus Pharmacy ewa Simon Frey Kulugana Limited for 0244 139 176 0244 139 176 wo fran panyifo ebejo so Franco Trading Enterprise at the phones papa ba me say minua ba a wutie mi wo phone ani abobo ye fa wo phone screen na ehwe so a crack na e wo so na it say ne ya draw reverse ewo Ghana map no so no zigzag manya oba emfatawo koto phone ewo Franco Trading Enterprise so ye de Nokia ba ye de Samsung aba ye de iPhone aba kono kwaje de ya tete so 40% nti phones no board de aba for nansen nti wo de se wan koto phone ni bis na ye tuma ene obetu ya bebre smart TVs ye will be ho 32 inches to 100 inches Franco air conditioner so abidwa chest freezers washing machine microwave and a blender CCTV cameras they be amekase Bible say baby wajapade ewo no ho na wakoma ewo ti be enti ajapade bi a waye na wakoma ewo ho no say ye store ye poultry farm de uye bia ufie koto CCTV cameras na fa bobo ho se na be ye obi ba ho a wahunu ne obeye obi kura be di bone na opejaniti no se CCTV camera ebo ho a otumi jai nti CCTV cameras de ye pa Franco di biaba ya tete so 40% Bora Franco aso ye bia e won kran kuma se takrade ho anase sunyane tamale wobenya eye nema bi ato 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 so fra Franco Trading Enterprise you know ebekasa ama bibia nso atumi akonkan anopei ma mempesika emfa mawo Mega Cash Lucky Box no star 426 star 5 hash star 426 star 5 hash ko nekobo oba sika oba select TV XYZ to select we are yama 6 exciting options ne oba choose no utiri yi na sika demo a obetumi win up to 500,000 Ghana cedis. That's the biggest daho obetumi win. You better momo ubebo pina to 5 cedis into bo game no ba ko bia 5 cedis. Simple star 426 star 5 hash ewo phone so koneko bobi your NL Caritas platform na so nti we suro bia nim anu dia umomo no bad direct Mamenko Dr. Sapo, the demon chaser.
Yeah.
Doka kwaba.
Ajoso.
Why late kakra?
Obende. Your friends and Debbie animals and Macra.
Messe. aka the traffic no mu sensem de and then point you asan to impo de ne
o fa car kura de drop in there aya o mo no nim corners na wa oba so de a
o sa drive there
this baby onim
and the baby onim na obefa
wo kwanse kura se driver wo ti ayi accelerator so odi ni jasa
na sharp herbal center etisen
nyame adom ya chia ahwefo ne atiefo nyina Dr. Sharp Herbal Center de mafidie so no abo nipa bebre e chance nipa dodo na ehu ya wa hanom no obi antimi mfa ne problem nsan mabiem e fa yade ho wonim se nkrofo aso fa pa ena se obi ba me ho oba ye epilepsy nkwa wa yale 15 years what you say 15 good years o mfie makumaku dunum bi mu okrom beba na ye 25 years enso ni nyina se bi okra ase na adweno antimi anko school ye obi mu wono ma mpanyimfo bi ma bi wa afi no mbetima ko university because hawo what you say ye pen ye wona aduru ye wona aduru ye se ko ene yarewa hodo na ekeka ho ni nyina no what you won se ne adwuma de ntie se ye ni adu antimi metena ayi ba bi ye program bia ye national television you akasi o ni eka kire mu the same thing na ko ba bia o bosha ya sha o se obi frɛ o se bia otie o TV so azeta na Power TV Power FM kafra otie o ene Dr. Sharp oba ho no no anye ya me se me ma 100,000 Ghana cedi da bia me ba me ka o aya wa anso kai because anye se da bia be give me time what the film one obuana bedru time no ba wa ya no wakai obi mfro keke say bia say untimi nya nipa ba akompo ni anim ne ya anka ye da bia ya duru ye de ayi guarantee to ho say ye ma na nya ya de ni nyina ewo wiase a obi tini dia o say ya de we say no ya say ati say me obi ba mo no ya wo nsule kura na nsule pane ya me ma o adura wa na wa me ma odi asikire owe nam se pan ma na obawe a ubeti metwitwa awe a we anwa bibia ho no ma me ma odi what you say na abusha friend wa hye mensa bibia mamon fred Dr. Sharp what ne me kyo na se ntie ho no dwumadie no bibia no no beti mesi kwan na da bia no wodi TV hodo so a ya hye omobo se we anye ya na nipa no fra ya ba ma 100,000 Ghana cedis
1 billion
ya de ba ma na wu adwuma pese na oje nti wa so me mu 1 billion ade be cheme obi mfro keke enya wu program no kura set ason wo programs no a moye wa anom no se obi aso aba Dr. Sharp apart from chachakwata kompo enamumu wa ba Dr. Sharp wo so yade se yade no doctors e wa buro kire ni ba bia a kire se sa yade weze eni aduro giso oda o maduro na so kosi so obi oba na mantimi antu ase anko amana manemfrɛ any program bi amba ya 24 hours bia nipa ritimi frɛ ada radio TV ofra me ma 100,000 Ghana cedis na kesa me do ka no enya wonko a DJ ba akono nso na kesa me de ne ka se nipa mi me hyɛ mu nyina bo 100,000 obi anya ba akokura me di 50 years wa obi anya one sei what you say me abunu ni ba ne me ya no enya ahaba no kwa na me de mi kitatu ewutu mi ɛna me nim ne me ye ɛna enya si efiri prekopa ne ya aduro mami papa wutie me anasa wo hwa me me bruni ba me fin kwasa efre ne kranka sunsun ne tumi nya wode ahya me ma mami papa me nanam na ye na maba beto aso enti sa na tie ye mixi yade bia na maba che ose yade a doctor ne se mi aduro afi krampo de obi ba ma no doctors ni bitimi da bi se wanum ayi abrofuduro na chode bibiduro kofra ebeku no na mbisa anse no onidi wasu odidi na me chance bi o anu ma ubetimi awe aburo na haba na anase ni hine no anase ni ayese ne rasta so ayese rasta no me ba che betimi dia yadu ama enti aburo na ngase nkoa na haba na beku ma me papa anansesem sa na tie eni onioma wagro entu sika nwu emre kwa abra Dr. Sharp de Demon Chaser wo TV SYZ ne Power FM mwom betimi di abo wa ne se omde ye abanom ama ye chance ne platform si enkasa nkyere wo yare baby awo bia wo tie me bia no Dr. Sharp de Demon Chaser ni ma me papa enya dia betima ye do ama na feli sa na tie me si apart from chachakwata mu ana kompo me sandi sikato se sa apart from sa yade fo we se bia wodi baba ono ma yesi yentimi anse bia me pa cho yeto omano mra me se me do sika be ma 15000 Ghana cedis aka ho me pa cho sanfre na gu yanim ase na obi asante yenka ba bia no ma benya yenim adro ekita yenim ne yewo se ni friendly so beto bu baba wa se ncha ne botoma me pa cho na ayi no ne nansi so sa na tie hwa obi akili ena me yade manum adura mayare mfie sei unum aduro ni ne esa yade unum aduro one day na yade na ekwa onto aso nkasa me yare 15 years obeka sa me yare sei ma me papa sa na tie ena yade sa wonum no enya abankwa na yede sa entime no da bia me kasa asem we sei ade kire obi biara adura me de sa yade a me mexi esi wonum no e bia na sunsuma na tumi masom ni ntina sei sa duo na me kiraw anasa me de maw na ma mfiri mi pem se me de sa nipa we sei yade ampa cho de manipa na enko entimi nkoda sa na tie obia ni tumi ni anwode a nyame de ma no ba asase so edu ba bi wote obi ni history yes wode ase ebu amanfi yesu otimi no nsuo ba ya yi ankora ba ya ne wo ho ensem bebere ma me papa sa na tie obia ni sa ne otie ohwa bible ma na David wo enkrofo bi a na omo sharp omanim te se jata na omo ya bankuma sa nkrofo no na omo kitabo ba omo wohu eche nso obi kita tuo adentia ye bebo pre no na wa de yiwe fro no dadada ma me papa sa na tie entete hi abra Dr. Sharp the demon chaser why bebia wo bia no utu anamo na obenye yade da so no me pa cha beko ebia sase metaka obi on ma no no ankasa na eye no wodi yade na ebo ka obe ho no man pa cho mehu enyesa me ye duen keke mpa cho mehu edi bo ka keke wan fa na meya me pa cha ube ko hospital nyina ube test nyina me pa cho bibi papa bi anya de be emfiri mu ma e kire se ade akitam no enya ade obetima pam no na wodi kwa yade fa so ba ebi wutimi ko ayi ya friend say eyi ase no makofa yade an no haw obi o hanu mama me papa duabo ne kum bi o hanu ma wo ye tofo egwo nioma bebreu abusuo obi anu no obeyi ne nioma ede atudwa entiema ye fire wane nioma no e obabi bebre sa na tie hwe mawencheo uko obi o hanu ma okọ cemetery ba ya enu ane se waba mawencheo ayegbefo omi ye serious uko egbe mama wo kwa sie ba pe no me de bucket asi ho enu no nyi o kura che nipa na o kwa kosie no o ma adwene mu da hankasa hwe o me de bucket si ho no me de abanya guma abana e french susumasa nkranfo binum fra no sasramase o sade ben ni twi kasa nke se sunsum biasa sunsum bani bi ebedi na chifri asie ono mabafie bia wa hohu ni nyina ayede ben eja ono ma me papa sa na tie se usu nim nioma bia na se onyi nioma bi ni a wa na obebre wankasa obodondo a wankasa abesia sa ede akire ho ya ono no ya duro enchiri bibia esanse wa donti no mesi ya duro enchiri bibia ya ma wa duro a ne doctor tua se hwe na wani because yade no enya ade a eyede ben eko wudi a ebema yade no ayemo a mepacho be ho no mane ama wudi mbacho yede no ebeko ye ni sa nioma no achi mepacho sa na tie ma me papa mesigi so obi ho no nsoso a ne mra so nyankopon pese ofre no frati asefo asase so sa nipa ndie oye na hwe ukosoro bafam sa nipa no oye ndan obewu meme wa no me da bia meka memra so nyame de mba ye ne ode me ya wi a mepacho me angasa edu semewu a mewu mepacho sa na tie obi eno no obeka asase wese so ma me papa sa na tie wodi yade akina bre wo pe ayaresa wako left and right me say tufo sebe bia wono hospital na yaketu a kwakasiem kwa bia yakasi ankasa wo mo chake bibia na se yanhwehwe a ma me papa furniture Dr. Sharp wono na me say me wono mo no o maka ntuwu wonu maduro me na me ma kire osebra me pacho num maduro ba wetua consultation 200 Ghana cedis ma sheda consultation me ntumuda me peso obi atimi ba ebebe etiri tu anamo consultation 200 Ghana cedis wetua consultation 200 Ghana cedis na me pacho ne yesom sei wo me pacho me yade numa me pacho asa yesoma asa ne akira osi ebetimi aye na mpacho ye ntimi anya ya waste time na me say ye be ma 15,000 Ghana cedis tete dia 150 million na du sika na nkasa ka ho because ya waste time ma me papa sa na tie nko obi anya duro sa na nka wese nka bi bebre nya duro ya me pa jo sa na tie ya waste time no enti be ma 15,000 Ghana cedis me ka say baby ya me ka say police fu ahwa me asoja fu ahwa me ma me papa say obi ba me ntimi anya duro na ma na ya mfa 15,000 Ghana cedis na nka ne ho a me pa jo report ya ma ene nearby police station bia me pa jo sa na tie we kura mpo de ebe headquarters hanum be police headquarters hanum ne ebe ye program no sai ya obetima report to headquarters so man papa enya de bi betima si mina mikito bofo creator kokroko kakaka de demon chase na nkasa na share nso se me wonum nso so menyi bribe Dr. Sharp ye na dwuma yi na ni ye na dwuma no sane etie wo de basi enya me patwe be sa ye be divide na ma pepepepe ye nyi bribe me o ye nyi bribe me nkura kura no wo ba no na se e bia ayese waso mu waboa kakrente no o mani skampa cho onye o omunu ne o ye ono ye nye bribe me ono na bronya eduru Christmas ya me ma wo ne se mo bi amfa mo ma me hia wo mo me hia osika me hia ohwe ne wa ba be ye no me pa cho ye no ana ye de be ko ye hia ohwe man papa na nkwa ye bribe bia ye dwuma no frenchem ye mexe everyday bia so ye dwuma ba bia wo bia wutie bia no abrochirefo wo abrochira ha ho nsan magana last ma me ba ko twa ticket ne babae epilepsy atwere ne ma me wantima nkyerechire mi ticket ne boarding Ghana anum no yenye delivery oba yenim first ni ahwe bia na yade no bibi di akire ya yade bibi di akire ene ne enkrofo ni ni aduro kura de na doctor bi timi hwe osa wo se wusu yem ye oya obema wa ye scan obema wa ye de bay obe check lab obema wa dwonso akọ private ahwehwem me pa cho be bibia ohunhwe uwi o se da on mo pese operate eno no okopeni ni ana ne si wa yafununum machine ahwehwe dia no no akope ma me papa sa na tie yawo ne di yade achi emma oku a entimi nko ma me papa ye honum no ena me chese ye sere se wa wafuma ye sere de ma na mpa cho ya pa cho se o nipa kura ebi okitam o ya mabo na onya mu oyire ne nsa mpa che baba bebum because we as obi aye bone ne mfum so da me pa cho sa na tie enti obi wa brochire na otie mi am ufra WhatsApp line na pedro no de abrochire de delivery ye de babreo ewo ho but wo Ghana no ma ba bia wo bia ne gise oba me yehu first yehu wani ma ni ehwese sunsuma na bibi eni akira afa okwa wakọ baby ofiri baa no because bi mu firi bole Ghana ade wakọ baby ofiri baa no me pa akyɛw yɛbɛyɛ de bɛn yɛbɛma moto de ɛdo na kwa akɔsoma ka na kyɛsɛ ɔde abrɛw na ade ma menkyɛw sɛ wo hyɛ yi yɛ frɛ ne sɛ Accra New Town na bɛka kyerɛ me sɛ ofiri bole ga mɛmmɔ mo de moto wura na de akɔma ne bole ga ka na hwɛ ade a wapiri ho Ghana fo mo asoro dodo ma me papa sa na tie apa frɛ no no ɛna me kyɛ sɛ abrokyire de ofra ticket obetwa de aba no ni ade no kura no etimi ya duro no mabika ina out no me pa cho sa na tie enti abrochefo no yehu mmobo ena mo ye enuanom obi onum kura mpa oni papers ni papers awu ma me papa sa na tie enti tie na tie me bo numbers na me bo numbers no mo akire bebre wonum a ano ehye ekwantam ti omonte 0266 14 another 14 6 9 0266 14 another 14 6 9 when na WhatsApp na me bono 020 489 74 54 020 489 74 54 050 554 19 96 050 554 19 96 Oba Dr. Sharp wa Oba fa ka asua ka Accra ka asua Ofa ka asua ka Usu besi wo overhead na se. Se onye si overhead na se a peka eco new market for new market. Nwaka so besi wo ADB bank. So ADB bank on mpa cho hye anoma akora na obehia no onoma na akukọ kora na tu kada so na say ya bisanso ko Dr. Sharp me pa cho obi anim onom everyday bia nso no ye adwuma ma me papa ye hye adwuma se anopa ni apon be 5:30 acha bro so bi onoma 6 sana mpa cho etie ya onom no ye asori fie obo mpa ya me pa cho malaria kora enko kamat no mpa cho ye ne start ye enka kamat ayi edriva mesenka Pentecost franco munsi ayi hospital da omna de kama mama bai mana sa netie ma me papa sa netie enso wi a 31st ye kodi 31st wie ye on the first mpa ya ye kobo nyina no on the second ne jada ayi ye friend say kantamantum obi anso da ye mpo edin ye bro nanso ye man ma me papa o man yanka nyenni Dr. Sharp say everyday bi o ye adwuma Mami papa who tell me Dr. Sharp when you bring both you can say your friend can shoot you to me and what they want so Dr. Sharp the team Chesa Maletudaga pay
Hey Doc Manas
and can you back so bad your features will be done met switch met matata Memoir no basi defeated
hey I didn't say calm down Doc, but that's it. I am a fro. Dr. Sapanat and Cano, my name Babet Nasiano, no, na Yadin Como, Dwaboase Jumedi, so Power 97.9 TV XYZ. Your corner quacoje, Abwafon Crato, a Jabwafon Crato, we are. Kojo Abamba Babet Nase, na Yababe Bo and Como over the man. Come, bia, Yabasia.
Good business means seeing the possibilities and maximizing opportunities, making sure you have a responsive support system, backs your business goals, a partner that gives you a stable platform with reliable connectivity and seamless solutions, and better understands the tools required to take you to the next level. With so many moving parts in running a business, we do our best to provide you with some stability, the only kind of stability you can find with MTN Business Broadband, the fastest and most reliable internet provider in Ghana, making sure you stay ahead and stay connected, because we understand what makes your business tick.
Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh or call or WhatsApp 0244 308 111.
MTN.
The National Petroleum Authority hereby cautions persons engaged in illicit storage and trading of petroleum products to comply with the regulatory requirements to operate in the downstream petroleum industry. The NPA Act clearly stipulates that no individual shall engage in any commercial activity related to the importation, exportation, re-exportation, shipment, transportation, processing, refining, storage, distribution, marketing, or sale of petroleum products in the downstream industry without first obtaining a license from the NPA board. Failure to secure the necessary license and properly regularize operations will result in confiscation of petroleum products, prosecution under the law, and decommissioning of facility. For more information, contact the National Petroleum Authority on 0302 550 380. You can also visit our head office located at Jolu of the N1 Highway or any of our regional offices.
Yefem na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi na kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa
asa miracle bi wadro no sese mafu no kra se die sia twemi ankasa me humi esisi so sese me humi ana esisi obeka se die bibi hye me so bi no na ye normal ni bi pi ne ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni na e do na ka de nyankopon de ayi bia ho de ma ye bi nya sam ketwa ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa nche me nkwa me
me de abe fa 3 years ni ana ase me gina wa me na mu sinya se me kwa me de me ko bia mu so much me duru ta ba 6 years ni o tema ti am ye ma di se ne me jana ta ya le ne nku me preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic minister ni tema me ka se nyankopon no yam se ende ya me no ka se me wa to me a me din wa me ntiase
3P garlic mixture yi ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e wo 02489288824 and 020100002.
Yeah, wouldn't if you hear me, please. This is when you sang me, I sing from the deep. Down in me, I tell me, I feel like to weep. Well, if I think I'm going where the people can't keep, can't sleep, but the burden and become your selfish speed. You are the one to make life easy, same you are make it harder. After everybody mash up and there is nowhere to scatter, tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to be. Tell me where we gonna run go. When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe. Answer me now, Mr. Big Man. You know this everybody wants to go and go off for it. A simple life. It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes.
21 minutes after 9 ebusuafo ya tena se oman na atena se ma yenko na yenkodi enkomo ewo fiduemu ehase Medimosis Diagnostic Center ese all kinds of laboratory services including liver and kidney function test. It's one test to the akona test ehun hia pa organs ne de se Ghana how what say yen more na yen mra organ harvesting because all the say ya ntumi nko harvest you be there enti adaro ma kona ko check problem bi wo ho a wo mo abetuma bo ama wedru na won so ho ato full blood count, prostate specific antigen, urine analysis, blood and urine culture and sensitivity, digital x-ray, dental x-ray, obi ho ya wo no nko dental nko dentist what that hey akosu amanza fluoroscopy any nyina your dental barrier your dental police as you know and it didn't show anymore friend 0503494885 0503494885 and 0244068447 doctor number no obetumene no atwetwen komo doc mecha enano pay Medimosis de onim 31 years ni ya adwuma di amanfo nkwasa anti ye de oba ye ho amensuru kra bibia edana kwemo Nana Kodo Abam
Minya Piesie
or a member of the NDC communication team Akwaba
Minya Mejoswana Penny Michel
Mejoso
Michel producers ne Pamfa on your yedma
okay
Inventie more ding ma Ghana man penny I wish a juma bois na wish a mesa MPP for Jaho up to now we have inflation of over 23%. And menu kasi with me about 9.4%. What we say represent Mahama or Yajmasno. Tana pay Michiano na Michia abanka so. Minia. Na my main cap we maybe yana wunya ba kon Razak Hill was be ba me fentie mo den pa ma
I can't want some sir but no also Francis na say oh Francis
and you sha de keep
Ras or share anope Ras metia e ya chia Gilbert mame Omo Genesis.
Many a part now in the University of Ghana.
Why Gilbert?
No,
Ras.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Opewasempa, Debbie share me be or come once I'm
yeah, nah, those days no student activism now. Fire engine.
Also, person by radio no so cry.
Ah, okay. So man a chance no boy. One of the firebrands.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
One of the firebrands.
I see.
Into Ras and the pem chiao.
Ras. Bibi aboko. I send me messages pa.
Yeah, on is an ardent viewer of your show. And a pebia.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ella, me send a picture be why Emra Lance Corporal be a you say oh yes swift. Say fire issue be see no ewo adenta omo free fire for na no mo fa but was the police for any fire for was some link be.
Yeah.
And I free Chief Superintendent Alexander Obin say of free police also free and the way officer na fire no say hey Ghana police ni ye biom nti o ka say obekwa akọ money bibi obekwa akọ hwehwesa officer now act swift connected nema fire for no
say bona
we didn't boss so or the picture na ba is envelope the akwa koma no
na officer no say bona ba so as a protected Ghanaian this are some of the things I hear. President Muhammad reset not to acquaint no. I mean, these are some of the things I hear too. We said about man for no buying because we are buying now. We to leave all these services now. Say at the end of the day, no one can protect public now. Then a human away and none of us saying.
Okay, police needed the Lance Corporal Prince K. Echampo.
Our station bay.
Maybe of police headquarters, emergency command center. Also, he was alert on duty to receive the emergency call I placed yesterday at about 5:30 a.m. when several called to fire service 192 and the others didn't work. It's Lance Corporal Prince K. Echampo of Police Headquarters Emergency Command Center. Your boy Abaso. O picture no, me the better TV ni so ansana mako. Abo juma police for say ya na ye hwehwe no me de se maka we ya de pade a but Chief Superintendent Alexander Obin enso ya de say o shebo baby out ya na na nra wote eno so obekwa kwahwehwe no na wabo na baso so police ni ka so kwahwehwe no yonko police ni abo na baso a na utumi hu se juma na nipa ko ne ye no
ye bibia ye sonko
wa ye bibia ye sonko
yeah ntino say the America no say about my baso
yeah resetting agenda na say ka all sectors of the economy
yes. Because President Mahama is determined to deliver so all these services no be truly na say ya tell say see wo Buta Lake no so
meba ho
ntino all these services they lack certain logistical equipment on by edge but President Mahama has promised say all those equipment here will provide. Now after all those things have been provided, no, there I can say human resource no, so the budget to the benefit of the people.
Yes.
You catch yache. Into say ubi etumi ye adwuma say I think say it's in the right direction say you very rewarding no you born about so say ne be share address so nkunan. I'm next time also act in the same manner. Into yeda na ase na de na dan for no so or the boss na aba no so no ese yeba na ba so
police penny or chief superintendent police ni penny pa answer na bedu chief superintendent
na nye easy
jai
wa fa match
na wa ye dwuma na chepa the chief superintendent Alexander Obin yeda ase se udi oboshe so na okoye se adwuma we ela me the picture na send before some pono ye de beto so na manse nyina hu etia police for some ye adwuma den asa ye ba betena ha e de abo mabaso ama bibia atumi akonka ba manye ni ye nso a
ende ye beka
elwa ko say
a police na ni yem na ye pe ntin we ye ni ye ba about wanye ni ye so a ye beka se ni obe ye betintin
yes exactly to say elwa ko say a ofri elwa na wo ko bema kampa kwan na obe branche wotra Elwak Park now. Also, can be before the
traffic lights.
After the traffic lights, now kwana a back cantonment. No. A police for no boss or mark ho.
Yeah.
Quite no so no sebio so be free ni kuro ketu na oba ebia oba interview American embassy na or drive ya. Onim kwano because kwana ya 3 lanes.
Yes.
It's one
especially traffic in Yejma kra.
I saw no original court said no don't pass here. Yes. that is what police should do. But
what is-
obetete to fa baby
Baby, I know
na
what you-
machew or chew so
Sir.
na or usika.
These are some of the things. Yes, these are some of the things I say condemn me, because your preoccupation there, and you say obechi obi na wagye sika. Your preoccupation there is to what? Ensure safety. Say obi at the junction so. Ebi an impan kran shey ni mo say they are working. Who police in war what say your bed or bed directing impan say oh fa say oh anasa wo kwan. Ba sa wo katete. Let's say impan here wrong move and watching and wagye sika. I think say that is not the best thing to do. And you know, yes I know this should be a caution to them. Say they would desist from such near
Okay, Mate, my uncle, yeah, asem no so, and vice president call Uti, maybe a lake disaster ni see, you know. Nipa na we after I come on force bail, and sika 200,000. And this is not the first time I saw some nesi. Many Ghana phobic kasai. Omo nyina complain say I didn't na deal we into me see anokwan.
Minia.
The BNS, yes.
I mean, send you a tearphobium. Na that issue, no. In fact, and look, I made deaf to figures, and almost is about 16. Initially, I reported 14 and 15, but I see almost do 16.
And 16, no, and now almost confirm say Bakubi and almost no, so until 16.
Na yɛde yakɔ bɛma abusuafoɔ ne ndafofoɔ ne adehyia ɔmo ahwere ɔmo adehyia because ɔmo yɛ nkɔla nkwa za nkɔla nkwa ana ɔmo mo wiye no
ɔmo nyinyi nkɔla na dɔso no
tragic because we share the circumstances saa nneɛma we di si na no bi sɛ wɔn sɛ na yɛni ho possible because one of the narrative I'm saying say the operating boat not or 11 years.
Yes.
Now capacity ben no be 11 years. Edia obetumi control this boat no. So and who is responsible to ensure say omo operating sa boat near man their capacities are built because obi 11 years to say ebia utri VIP bus and I say be a cookmas and I say any other way. Air transportation. So wokafa sabot no mama wokafa sa aka no mama 11 years nya twa kokumase.
Debi.
So I didn't me business amunya nkwara na. Fine, ebi omo ya nkwara de obeti omo ase but anke pani bi wo ma obi a wadi 11 years. Experience ben na owo betumi atwi sa kodo no. And a boat no from one destination to the other. So I said, one of the first things investigation establishing say, Ebia, for me, as I said, there has been some kind of negligence on the part of those who are to supervise a human course because we are 11-year-old. Yes, Ben Odusia boat nichi.
Amaka so we dey ne papa enetwi one na na ekode bi anti o we o expect
you as a man to me rely on Sanyo man so Ghana Maritime Authority. I think they are the agency responsible for what regulating Sanyo man.
Yeah.
Akwan ben no mudi agu akwan mu measures ben no mudi agu akwan to ensure the safety of those who travel on our water bodies. Because won fair akwan measures in go akwan mu. How do you ensure say the safety on our water bodies? Na omo fa boat no na omo nsha life jacket ana
David
11 no bi nsha life jacket. Is it that na omo ni bi wo ho? And I said because menti say because one of the key safety measures say before be fence no so no omo ma life jacket. Say ni ebe na say bi ato enchem bi ba yentwe save nkwa bi save a substantial number of the people
onim bibi mene Albert Fiatue Twetwenkomo na executive director ma Center for International Maritime Affairs wo ye research into insuo ni ma ho wo say life jacket no wo de ma nkuro nketo no mufo na wo de akosan ni dem to say some kind of decoration bi
let me say life jacket the man at this point we transfer to the other point omoje
Antibotoness ni bisa na my
nti ade so some de kasa mu dem a
ose wo mo hu ne te say ye some souvenir bi
nti bi mu de kofie
yes
but why would you allow them to take it home
nti na
when it is for official what use
nti na wo say ye hear new laws a ebebo sa na ma ne ho ban na ma maritime authority for so to me pa ma o ma tete sa sa department na be hwehwehwe sa na ma no so no because sa ukobunu east northern region upper east eba volta eastern region your communities
bebree I think somewhere last year June ebisi I think some yeji areas no say
ebisi yeji for senso kese da ho
what I say intino as of mine what are we doing na metie minister voter region minister no or say they said the way Ghana Maritime Authority can know there has been a new draft bill say parliament erisumia yede be call parliament mashe be defum no magia to regulate that particular what sector because we need legal backing now sometimes we take decisions because you don't know your left or your right we need how to go about those decisions but once there's a legal framework in place no you know say okay and they say na some here e say na some here omo amutwi kodua no kwa no capacity say build on capacity and you know for me I think say sa emra no ba be dey e beboa na you see na metie me MPP for omo here the assembly politics
going so
oh yes na metie I think they are minority ranking member on the transport committee trying to score political points. Let me say, is it at the heart of insensitivity? Say, we are trying to find a way to heap it on the government. Say, government now supervise it. Other 11 years, omuni life jacket, omuni almost say boat no crowd travel no crowd and yes standard. Now as a government they provide them be some say na aban by how many months and a years in ye. We believe in fear watch. We the problems that existed or that exist in that particular sector. We say boat now one and yet fit for purpose. We say a substandard. We say only legal regime. When you say you be training and you will build the capacity of those who operate the boats. When 1 year in the last 8 years, 1 year stand you back crowd. Me catch say a big question Laura and I think the last years are. Why yes I mean na aben bia ba na sebio obi nkasa atenjimbra ba na ye pam sibra. Ubejina na woto ayempia
Joe Eddie Free Tema Gulf City or say my mother, my sister and 2 of my sister's children were involved in similar accidents on the lake in the early 2000s. My mother and one of the child survived by holding on to a local mat for hours, but my sister and the other child lost their lives. This is over 20 years. No lessons have been learned.
A systemic failure. I say flooding has mean. Flooding has been with us for years. And you know, won't be first some more a baby. A systemic failure. But there then say, you see, President Mahama promised a reset. And reset no a departure from the status quo. Departure from Nyamana Akoswa for far too long. No. This is here the systems will be put in place to ensure that some of these Nyamano will be curtailed. Because I asked him, say, in Korah 16, say, Omu Kobe Biaba, Omu Chensio. Na, the Abatiani say, Kodo no Mundinam, and as a boat na day, a capside, and Momunine. A national tragedy. Yasifim na say the medical no I say ma awofo no yako na I believe say any support be at the minister kan no support be a government say will provide it to assist them in this trying moment, you know. The minister will see to it through the government to ensure say they say the mom they say the choma. You see, no compensation be anywhere or many power. A chance in Parangatias. So be this year with woman compensation. Send or the man a bit more compensated for the life lost.
Akra Kofi Dako yensem chuni o fidue ma se one vice president na call ho nra wo se emaye blemu aban na ade no wo mo overload kanu
won't mean blemu aban ena na make say the any man people for yen they are being hypocritical say to inche mercy no blemu aban. How? When you don't know the circumstances that led to the what? To the issue and not to the accident.
Vice President ache 600 life jackets at the Amakanu operators na omo hono.
Yes, and I say like
now one more be said there. Eno ni asem no.
And it boils down to what? Enforcement.
Ghana Health Service say to me ko check mosquito net. Wuntua ka o ye de ache free.
The man say
dem na ntontomo we say na be ya unya malaria. Na ukọ mmea bia ya tete ya twem ama na ya tenten te sentoma.
Yes.
Ena ya de abo garden. Ena ya dua vegetables. Ena me de agye ho.
You see, problem no.
Ende mahu bebre.
Oh, say no kre. They all can bebre.
Eti ade no, odi ade na ma nipa no. Eno no ye baako.
Part of the problem
so ye baako.
Part of the problem is the attitude not change.
I agree.
Yes. I say we need to reset your mindset on some of these issues. Because your mom mosquito net, your mom life jacket. Say, why do we provide this nyaman to you? I didn't say this on your mom. Yeah, the mom because of the risks involved. What comes about seat belt? I didn't say because of the risks. Say nearby because machine away there. What more than no? Anything can happen at what? Any moment. And so I'm say, shall life jacket we say nearby on the likely event. Say BBC you bit me a John. We see mention me they are quite some them way decoration. So part of the problem is attitude now, and we need to sensitize the people.
I say car seat belt.
Yes.
Driver who seat belt or what? You say bo.
Yes.
Strap on ho keke. And so driver ni mbo or approach barrier. Now actually say every not they say or tra barrier na we adan me bisa driver ni bi na me say ade no emia okon ana o say there bi. And na me say na ade ye nam wo ha say enam wo
for your own safety.
As a car no dane butu sesi e be so mu.
Yes.
Na won ko bobo car no ko wu no. Na me say ade no ade te wo home yana.
Nah. Because we be sent a question because won ti ase.
Because me tena car mu
no first thing abo. You say just passenger cars some of them car no we seat belt.
Esa kan keto ya.
Oh me tena mu na. But the passengers no ko bi won tena mo here ombo.
Oh, catch obi so omokwa on feel.
We need to renew our mindset.
But Ghana
your problem.
Your kwetwa.
Yes. This is issue about sanitation. Obi to na care mo di we na wato rap.
Ade na to abonten. Abra betu di ato
care no mo drive no du fia na wa yewi.
Na wa yi bolem.
So to change the sanitation situation no mindset attitude na say you reset your adwene.
Na you started there.
That is what the president has started. So reset no and your institutions no we need to reset our mindset.
Oh, when the
our attitude towards work. What that and then you have to people blame question mo be change you. And you know say insuator now on question the change what will happen? Productivity will definitely what
go down.
What I say now so brony chrome insuator be share jacket na wa fema head akọ. But in our part of the world, in Suto, that is where we go for Eda. We blame say, oh, in Suto. And you know, so many funny excuses. And you know, research in the every sector of the country, you know, research is affected. And for me, the President Muhammad that I know, say a man that needed support. And the people too need to what? Change their attitudes. Now, I think say one of the topics that I would my press conference yenuamu ehodi endra because yenuamu MPP for Dr. Ayuafi
Nana Ayuafi
na yon no baka kire say galamse no munjai na munyina akire no so no in the lead up to elections what can I say or a medical doctor when people were talking about the negative effects of galamse wo akwala ni nse ni wo akwala ni nine ba ku ni wo akwala na sabio ni nine and answer ni say 5 no de bia be kan wo no aye kan wasem no as a medical doctor oka kire say omunja galamse de nde omunja na echina because omunja ya party belusu na nsem ya de to dra and dra no our politics ye bra penny and I say papa kwesi prat o si nyansem be pa na wo sansem na o kan dra no mu Piesie
yes
nyansa ben nsem na do to dwa ni nya nyansa ben na wo mu because we create problem
say ehia omo say omo say omo ebo amama mabu oman no nti responsible opposition
ni we create problem what for nipa 13,500 sikanu e betu omoka we lusu abentu de omagum say they be take over no suffer na ye buy they take steps with the 13,500 no already 7,000 have been put on the payroll. I be seen them no say 7,000 mo salaries. Ye buy and we were faced with two options. Option one say anke be mama kofie na sika ba ya from some mra no me ye adwuma, and that is what he suggested. And do I say aden yan twa mo some kofie tim bisa asem na ndo kan ni nyansa wo man
obo kofie so ankomo na be san be
that is what I'm driving at some kofie so mo an be be say president Muhammad ndi say yi nurse fuadi. Then another option if you see say no president Muhammad say no omo na mo kofie omo yi adwuma what we find solutions to what to pay them, and that is what we are doing na we begina simpie so eto ayampia won fire ade woni wo ade hwe. And for me, I am one because anytime my MPP for be lusu aban bia obe lusu ekundwa ni bia o mbe so mbeko fie bia no o create problems o mako Piesie mi chem say obeka 2009 before President Kufuor be exit no President Mahama ne President Atamisi wini ya no now o man negotiate single spice salary what structure omni labor any organized labor united ay negotiations but then negotiations in CP organized labor don't propose aba government of no proposals aba the tripartite committee etna so to find a middle ground for labor and government. President Kufuor elusu President Akufo-Addo elusu aba no 2008 in December. But Kufuor was the president.
Yeah.
A week to the inauguration of President Mess, President Kufuor announces say single salary structure no enye adwuma. Say aban fa enye adwuma. Say from January 2009 single salary structure no and take it off. Now when single salary structure no per proposal na the buyer no any announcement no here no increase the wage bill to over 6 billion. As a kind of
because automatically every market you ever cost
because say disparities they bit me a close say ebia mix the first degree in public sector but ebia would 2,000 then make 1,005. It's not fair until they pay structure be do munya better so there will be fairness.
Now a police force no home
yes
and never boy
pay epeja kakra negotiations no President Kufuor announced here say the single salary structure should take off. And when I suffer my back and say, baby, President Mess, the President Mahama, be insecure to admire for.
So, almost said that.
Almost said that. Because when men pay my far, then about to be agitation strike. Organize the best strike it, where doctors best strike it, police for quiet and show your best strike it. Now, President Mahama, President Mess, almost see the job and they are swell. Omo peun pamusibra almost share near mom the measures go akwemu Emma at a point they defer for like 3 months. Then we went back into the negotiation table. Then you organize the labor. Then you agree on the modalities before it's implemented. And today, and I'm a police for now that public sector workers on pay day.
So omo the bomb was for him say woman at this single spine.
What they are bar as second hall. I want to President Akufo-Addo, then opposition leader. Okay, just say if the economy is broke, fix it. Woman someone to see economy na pansam. Okay, just say if it is broken, we should fix it. And President Mahama fix it. The same way the problem was no, you see, President Mahama, you can be say, Benefobu baby say, the worry attitude that you so I can't very cry and didn't change. President Mahama, why you be that? I remember examples is here. Do so by your desire, you are saying me, President Mahama, I'll fix do so before the mafia could fix it. Problem we were catch a problem in that candle. Cabinet am approval. Say, from the start of what November, all these people will be migrated onto the payroll. Didn't pay for say, do you need to know you need what? So, for me, when you say, Adewe, it's a small issue for President Mahama. I know he would deal with it. Now, energy health sector, no, here's our problem in Piesie.
They be in count.
What can I say? Why is just one of them? What can I say? Conditions of service, thereby strike. Next for conditions of service, no. Abandon negotiate here, they agreed on modalities. I said, come implement in August 2024. Month on being July. Next month on be implemented. The independent by sponsor a sprinter group within the next fraternity. Some of us have court. I bet you was some meeting on them court. Say their hands will be tied, not what implement it. I'm going to implement it. Yeah, by the first now, I'm going to tackling you know. Say the conditions of service. What can you call strike? And to say President Mahama a solution to that. Over Kaya. Now, doctors, about 800 of them, on my year be from a friend housemanship, as I say, we school, we national service. No, my year for almost 10 months, I been to Amaka, 2024. One see the crown could be accountable. By we are confronted with that this problem. President Mahama McLaren said they should be paid. All my allowances in here, into your mom. Now, another doctors, junior doctors, almost a more school, and send by my clearance, no post and no so man yet. President Mahama Ban on my clearance said those people should be posted on my clearance said they should work. And so, we share public health sector issues now, a gamut of what issues, and your issue back and no mujato. Now, President Mama trip problem in Takando, and there's some book problem in Takama Basso or Bergma in the almost did not tell me now. Why more? And that's a demonstration next back did not tell. So, drama king. Nancy, almost strike no. Next the cost strike no. One to say, is a general secretary and I got my friend say. Say MPP, you know. You did problem in Takana say, is he a farmer? Ghana registered nurses granting trim granting say. So in the face of extreme provocation, Papa will boom fu. I said no, I am a public servant, but my mandate is to ensure say Ejumani and he is delivering on his mandate. Now problem no we be someone say a health sector economy job problems nah. The answer is no. Osha before you be fisu no ma boka before be fisu no ma boka 769 billion. Na 55% of GDP. Enunti no mo dey kwesha IMF. Enunti no mo ja domestic debt exchange program. For the first time, omo matter government bonds. Omo mo dey music bank, pensioners, middle class, all manner of people. Omo music at the bank. Abasi amom haircuts. And to music at the bank and say, okay, you can want to be. I didn't see the former Chief Justice so for Kufu or joining demonstration because na nisika the bank as a pensioner a president Kufu do say why investment or bank and we do and so no a man you are running to the ground into to me you sika your mom haircut when now my promises said there will be no haircut e be from we over Kama Industries papa
nana Dr. Michael Aro
yes bra wa bon krom ha o se nisika the bank or petarin cities e wo ma to nindo ne medication kra onya papa fami wiye eti modern ebinu no omo fi won exchange rate je sen exchange Ghana cedi to the dollar na 17 cedis ukodwuma wuntumi ntonioma inflation was 23%. 2022 kana 54%. Kufo gallon oye na na to kufo oye na gallon efe kufo gallon oye no ko 12,200,000 menu ka say inflation about 9.4%. Exchange rate Ghana cedi to the dollar about 12 cedis. I'm a good tabaka chair say prices of over 4,000 commodities have reduced. Emono 5 kg rice no ebi kwatre 100 cedis and then ebi nam 60 cedis. Nina measures any prudent economic measures President Mohamed Ego akwemu eninti na yenye sa impuntu we. Now one of the problems of just here energy sector debt just 67 billion. Free one fuel able to their power plants. Amen can business so never last for 1 week.
My cousin say 2.5 days.
Just I've been charitable to them. And they as soon as I'm trim no they were shouting to doom so ba President Mohamed doom so ba. Meanwhile, no problem why they we create at all. President Mahama buy ya more 9 billion energy sector. I'm almost 32 to account. NHIS no more the car 1.4 million. No the car the hospital yenje. President Mahama buy wa more 2.7 billion. Em sa account with just service providers no. Entiru nkofo you see, MPP Mr. Catcher say anytime on baby biano, so mulu so buy now, di bonanza mako. And bonny way, na ba umi ase, omo pa wocho no. Ba umi so mo di bonny kase a, e so mo paga na focho. Say nkwafo mo sika da bank, wo so mo ntumi yi, ye mfa ma wo. Am obi ba from ewu. Mo say, Mercy, Palugu Dam, ba umi ana kan ye, enye no kre, o se pa wocho. And you be says Ghana for Jatmana because I yes sincere apology. Now, Kano Mujatu no. You even the president the be but in ye. Osha, where your budget statement, mid-year budget statement, who could pay for at 2 forces say 2027 Kana Kufado and Senko Mutia from 2024 up to from 2020 up to 2024 when to no defer no. Or see in 2027 a car at the Wagana between of say upcoming debt burdens. And with them or see looming heavy repayment of 50.3 billion in 2027 alongside 3 billion in stored projects due to bilateral debt restructuring. Say a car is sent at the Mutia almost year in 2027. Because you lose aba. The president Mahama mefa. And you know, problems so much in a whole they left a mess for NDC. Now President Mahama there wakacha say reset and reset no. Nyam boni omadi we nyina mako. Odi muduma. Say energy health sector there. Yewi because for a directive, cabinet approval. So from November they should be paid. You know, that program has been what dealt with substantially.
And the person who can't deal in a MPP for.
See,
with this narration no
nya twem na me expose say wudi boni wudi dream wo bokro no say ekọ na so obi aba na owo pepa na your man here the best you can do is to offer your support, not to criticize or not to do destructive politics. The best you can do is to what? Offer your support.
Okay.
You don't go ungejina park nechi then to bomba park na so. One year the man went to me anye. But we have a fair exchange rate at 3.5 to the dollar. Office now is 17 cities. Aba, he ran away from discussions around the economy. Also digitalization. Last minute, MPP ni ba kuko baby. I say, ba me the Ghana card. I say, eh, na mum farade won. Ba me the Ghana card buy. Santo probability na mo say ba me the buy no crow. Time President Mahama Fisi 2016. Na ya ye contract, na ya ye negotiation bi bia. I say into probability, but me send sika from MTN to Vodafone, from one network to another. The only thing I'm buying is I'm buying change agreements na yene ya sign no. That's the only thing. This will be talk just about me not into probability Ghana card ni na buy ya e ntro. And e kan bone no madi no. Enti no na me catch no man say you see say wunnim ye. Wuntumi ye de share won sa wuntumi mbo man no. Na Ghana for say you are incompetent. Umbo number nti tranchen. Na obi we experience na fa na experience be fa no so no we've seen significant improvement. The best you can do is to offer your support.
Yeah, the common bono AC or has say non do na nyabo.
Let me feel get back galam say kakra.
Emreni ho ya di kan ho asem dada e wa asinti me ba beje o last word for be 30 seconds na menton ade yenko agbozo heba clinic ho na be ma o 1 minute man premature ejaculation endamo yade wo be ko ho no akwa reset usisim eti agbozo heba clinic de wo maduru kan ye wo kwasheman ye ben ahemfie no bra ne bra beje duru na wo ho ento oba akoti gonobi ama una mana wudwi sa ko na ye ma wedro ewa gbozo heba clinic obe reset usisi mu ama kwasheman ena ye wo ye be ahemfie no for 0241 750282 0241 750282 Tema branch your community 25 Savannah Junction opposite Def Traco Estate obetumi afre tema number no what tema ni mpo tema number we na obefre now ko reset system 0557 402696 0557 402696 kojo yempo
minia na besa be kai big crafa gala me say no
da bi emre ni ho
okay and I'm sure say next time be emre na day
na da kan be bedu satam kra be anam achichi nipa bebere aka ho
oh yes because a lot of investigations are ongoing
okay
you know bedu that time na there no kra na nkoman na yedia before say we call break no you see MPP phone need the moral high ground to speak on this issue,
on governance issues in general, and I say
on this particular issue
and next for there no
because we will create a problem no what for nipa 13,000 without clearance without putting money aside to pay them and you know na conversation then it be to amaka
asem sebe
na so biaba o say okay 13,500 no you buy a gradual first step they say move 7,000 of them onto the payroll I be saying na me no say omo pay 6,000 na aka no enu from Sibia na yeden ye pesisia na we begina simpie so to ayampia
okay metam na so
me da se me da etie for so ase
okay etie for ejo so nana kojo abam ena tene kano ras otie me ras ya chiaw ya dika chiaw dada nana kojo abam ena tene ka member of the NDC National Communication Team no eho earlier out say ye ne Albert Derek Fiatui enso twetwen komo no so ba studio ha executive director de Masimag ma menya me birthdays no na menko emre na anya ye bre Ishmael ana Ishmael Amo Franklin Hey, time I'm go secondary school. Let me school father no. Akwa we to me guamza. Ha, Ismail. Or the sponge the bag kwam se bama. Hey. Ismail Amo Franklin. And a Samuel Farin O2. Samuel Farin O2. Oyejuma FDA Tema office. And no an your birthday. Belated birthday wishes to you. Jam weekend yebeshia. Bibia be fine. And we ni police ni na police ni bia ye dwumaden na wakwa award no. Chief Superintendent Alexander Obey. No. Konyo ba no birthday ni wo he. Momfa nto so mame. Konyo ba ni di ni birthday o. Ella. Ella. Anyhow. Konyo ba ni di me producer ba ko. Eba e di ni birthday was Santasi Kumasi. Okay. Nathan A. Sefa Elikem Jr. Happy birthday to you. Konyo Vigo ne baba kono no. O Santa se. Ebujafo yadama se samone yetra na mode jumade we eba ye mo amuti nyina yadama se emrene ko. Me di Piesie Okrah boys prefer chief tankers honorable without constituency. Nyame boa na dum ye na wochena yabesa ba be hiem biom na Ghana mpuntuo no adwumadie no yasan ba betoa so e wo Dwaboase.